Okay, ready?
I mean, I got let off the brake.
Let off the brake, bud. Okay, folks.
Thanks, Chris.
We are wolf driving the Henson Creek Trail. I believe we're in somewhere near Temple Hills, Maryland. Come on, guys.
The guy said there's no gates on the trail, dude.
Okay, good. Okay, Jim, ready? Come on, guys.
Okay.
Come on. So, I'll explain to you what's happening in case it's your first time with us. I just did a broadcast. We parked actually on the side of the road, which is a little precarious, but we have a team, always have a team with me when I do these kind of adventures. And right now you've got the WooFDriver Pit Crew, that's what I call ourselves. And we are rocking and rolling. We're going pretty slow because we've got a 15-year-old husky with us named Princess. And right now you're looking at Zorro. He's the only one that's actually got a mask that actually looks like a husky. And believe it or not, he's got some Malamute in him. We've got Chase, the camera's panning on right now as it pans over me. And Princess is doing a bathroom break. Bathroom break for Princess, Jim. So this happens a lot. Actually, we'll probably have a lot of pit stops because as we start off especially, this stimulates the dogs kind of like a human.
He's off the trail.
Okay? Tell me when you're in and you're ready.
Good to go.
Okay, good. Come on, guys, hike. So that's part of it is, you know, all the health issues that good healthy activities like this.
You might want to move over a little bit, give her a little more room back there.
Okay. Come on, pretty. She might be tired. We did a couple activities this week, so this is showing me that she's tired. We only go as fast as she can go. Bathroom break here.
Yep, Chase.
Boy. Come on, guys.
He's just peeing.
Yep. Some dogs, female dogs, lift their legs sometimes to mark an area. Some dogs just squat, males. So Chase is the opposite of Princess, which you wouldn't think. Chase is a male and he'll squat, and Princess will lift her leg. So go figure. In any case, I'm your wolf driver. We're driving right now with 4 huskies. 3 of them are males, and they're all roughly 9.5 to 10 years old. And one of them is a female. That's Princess, who I've been talking about, who's 15 years old, 15 plus. She is quite a good girl, and she's ready to rock and roll whenever we're ready to rock and roll. Now you'll see me, I'll nudge her along a little bit. If we don't nudge dogs along, we'll stop at every place to mark, especially moving at a slow speed. If Princess was in her younger years, we could rock and roll this thing faster. A little break, Jimmy. We could go a little faster, and that would prevent them from stopping everywhere. But because of the slow speed, they stop, which is fine. I mean, we're doing this for the dogs. We're not doing this for us. If we were doing it for us, we wouldn't have the dogs with us. But it's a little bit of a canine and mankind sport, as I like to say, because it's fun to do. And, of course, we love the dogs. I'm a dog lover, and that's why I'm here. But we're adventuring, and the dogs are getting new sights and sounds and scents, most importantly. Temperature is about 50 degrees, which is anything above 0 is kind of warm for a husky, but especially when they've got their double coat on, which they do right now. They got their undercoat. They haven't blown it yet. They call it blowing their coat. So, yep, got a pit stop for Zorro. And so we want to be cautious how we proceed because they can build up some heat real quickly on a day like today going into spring with their undercoat still on their body. So now when they shed or when they blow their undercoat in the summer, I'll actually take them out here. If it's warm, too warm, and summer is warm, but we can go at night, and that helps. Their top layer is on them then, their fur, they've blown their undercoat, and therefore, and if you keep them well maintained, well groomed, it's off of them, so it's not matted, it's not causing bacteria issues, whatever. So therefore, it helps keep them cool. Never shave a husky. Good. Or a double-coated dog, unless it's for surgery or some reason you need for medicinal purposes, because their hair actually helps them in the summer too, in the warmer months. It insulates them against the sun and helps keep them cool as well as warm. So it serves its multi-purpose. I mean, it's designed to survive in the wild. They are, from their ancestors, the wolves and other animals that are double-coated. Very similar. So, got a cool camera setup I've been broadcasting with, which right now that's Princess and Zaro, by the way, which gives you, and she'll get pulled along. She's fine. If you see her like that, that's why she's on what we call a springer. All the dogs are, which is a big spring, and it absorbs. Come on, Zaro. It absorbs. Now, this is kind of a residential area, so we want to be on the lookout for people that have dogs. They're attracted to us because of the 4 dogs that I have is like a pack. So other dogs see us and they want to run with us. They want to be part of it. They think it's a party. Good boys and good girls. Now, this trail is not a rail trail, so it'll be a little hillier than most. Rail trails are usually pretty level, but that works well for getting the dogs to go up some hills and keeping their muscle tone. Different trails for different purposes, just like a human, hill climbing or running on a level trail or whatever the case may be. Get different physical qualities or challenges. Princess is doing great. Now, Princess sometimes will do a quarter mile. Sometimes she'll do 5 miles. It really just depends how she feels and the activity that we've done in the days before a trip like this. What I mean by that is we go to farms and they run off leash. And that is a competitive sport for the dogs. So they'll be let it all hang out. Come on, guys. And we'll go kind of as quick and they'll be as engaged as possible. So I could overdo it some, more than on the bike. So I want to make sure we give them, because I'm monitoring so much on the bike. Chase might see something. Come on, good girl. I'm monitoring so much on the bike, their pace. Okay, so you hear them. Now, we're going on all dog power right now, folks. And what I've got to do, that's because he smells another dog or other animals. And and there's a dog behind the fence. See him, Jim? Yep. And they're just communicating, saying hello. We did a post on howling and barking, and that's a little guy. And my dogs will be perfectly fine. They sound ferocious because huskies are very vocal, but they're pretty good. You never know, so I don't let them mingle with dogs we don't know.
Dog on leash.
Thanks, buddy. Where, with this woman?
Yep. See him?
Yep.
Big Labrador.
Yep. Part of the job of my co-pilot is to let me know the conditions of the trail, what's going on. Now, that looks like a gate, buddy. Well, not a gate, but... So if there's dogs up ahead he sees, or people, or obstacles, whatever, he'll keep me informed, because I'm keeping my eye on the dogs, and of course I'm doing the broadcast as well. We're good with other dogs, but if people don't have them in control, it can become a problem, because my dogs, come on, good boys. She wants to mark that because he did. Okay, good girl. Which? Okay. My dogs will feel all dogs would, a little vulnerable when they're tethered to something, because they can't protect themselves or defend themselves if a dog would be aggressive with them. So therefore, they're already a little uneasy about a situation. Thank you. She's going the other way anyway. Yep. They got enough room?
Yes, yep.
So Jim's sitting in the back. Again, Jim's my co-pilot. Gets a better perspective, of course, on the back dog. So he'll keep me posted if I'm too close to something, or I'll ask him, what do you think? Straight ahead, Jim, I guess.
Yeah, that's good. My part of that line. I don't know about this. We might have a game.
No, we don't. Looks
Oh, it looks pretty good.
looks pretty good, yep. One of our biggest challenges, making it through tight gates. And you run into gates because they're trying to keep motorized vehicles off the trail. What do you think, Jim?
I think I probably need to get off. If you can keep the wheel
On the-
asphalt, it would be good, but you might not be able.
Nope.
You're good.
Am I good?
You're good. Keep the wheel on the asphalt.
Watch Zorro. Come on, Chase. I'm gonna let him mark it a little bit. Watch Jag and watch her.
Don't hurt him worried. Come on, go real slow. I'll push it through.
Come on, guys. Princess.
She's got room.
Nope, she's on the other side, Jim.
Come on, dog.
How's Jag?
Good. That's perfect. Okay, everything's good.
So you can see how that can be problematic. Now we see another dog, or yeah, a lot of homes along here. So you can see the dogs are pretty well versed going through those gates. Now, if I went with a little more speed, you would actually see the training that we've done to get through gates. But because of my unfamiliarity with this trail, I approached it very slow. Now, Princess, you can see she's pulling a little bit out. A lot of dogs have awkward strides, and Princess is one of them. And ever since I've had her since she's been 4. Kind of rescued her. Family had to get rid of her, had to rehome her, I should say. And I was a great candidate. She's one of the most dominant huskies I've ever met. And it takes a pretty knowledgeable person to handle a husky like her. But we've done really well together, and she's my angel. Though some might disagree, because she's a tough girl. But the energy outlet I've given her by doing all these activities has made her manageable. Otherwise, people wouldn't be able to manage her. Nobody would. You have to, some of these huskies are really headstrong. They all are, but to the level of difficulty is just in their genes. Okay, yep. Another pit stop. Again, a healthy situation for the dogs. We'll clean it with the laws of the trail. If we can, we put it in the woods. If we can't, we'll pick it up, depending on the circumstances and what the trail requires us to do. You good, Jim?
Good. Everything's good.
So we carry the appropriate tools and disposal stuff for it. The dogs will do a lot of bathroom breaks, as I've said. So if you've noticed Jag, he's the dog right now you'll see in the blue harness, the white dog with the blue harness, where you're looking at now. He's on a special kind of lead or tether, if you will, not on the Springer. And that's because as he's gotten older, and as we go slower, he's more cognizant of the bike, and he gets a little spooked by it. Come on, guys. Hike. Yep, she'll turn around. That's why I start off slow, because you got to let them know you're moving. That's what the word hike means. Let's go, guys. But sometimes they're looking at other stuff. She's actually doing really well today. I'm very pleased. Good boys and good girl. This is actually a nice trail. It's pretty residential. We try to do trails we've never done before every time we go out, because it's just more exciting for the dogs and us, and you never know the sights and sounds and scents you're gonna see and hear and smell out there. Come on, guys. Now I'm just pulling her a little bit away from that. Remember, we're moving at a walking pace, especially with Princess on board like that. So we tug her a little bit, and it's not really a tug. It's no more than if she was on a lead. It's actually less, because there's so much give in the Springer, the device I was telling you about, how she's connected. But Jag's device gives him a little more freedom, or a little more leeway, which he doesn't really use to get far away from the bike, but he'll use it in lateral and reverse. So he'll go behind a little bit if he wants to rest, kind of like Princess. But if she had that much, she'd just go way to the outside. And you could give her 100 feet, she'd go 100 feet out there. Good girl, good boy. So they both wanted to sniff and see what the area is. Come on, guys. Sorrow. I'm going to let her smell for a sec. Remember, the more I can keep her engaged and excited, the more she'll go for me. And it's really for her, because I have a seat on here, obviously, I can put her up in. But I'm just trying to get her the most mobility because of her age, health-related degenerative diseases like arthritis and everything else affects her just like it affects humans. So the more mobility she can have, the better she does. And actually, if she makes it over the hump a mile or two, then she starts to actually get a second wind, because she starts to feel better because she's been mobile. I don't know if she will, because we were pretty active this week. Only broadcast, I think I broadcasted 2 or 3 times this week. Next week, I think, is a grooming week. It depends. Sometimes we do them every 2 weeks. Sometimes it goes to 3 weeks. We do 2 of the dogs, meaning Princess and Jag, because their coats are the most difficult. Come on. That's the way she'll let me know. Dad, slow it up. Come on, pretty. But she's not done yet. And we're going through a little puddle of water now, which is really good for the dogs because they emit heat. See the blackbird, Jim?
Yeah.
They emit heat from their pads, kind of like sweat, but not as effective as human, but they do actually sweat from their pads. Yeah, the trees are budding. It's early spring here. And to be able to get their pads wet really helps them cool. So I use something I bought years ago called a paw plunger. And if we're in the summer on a trail where we didn't have access to water, I would take the paw plunger around and let them all dip their paws in one at a time. Because, again, it would help cool them as their heat's coming out their pads, some of it. Yeah, are they daffodils? Got some daffodils blooming. So this is relatively a busy area in the sense that we're not far from Washington, D.C., probably 20 minutes or so. We're about an hour from our home base near Baltimore. And so that's why you'll see a lot of roadways with traffic and possibly some trail traffic. We're on a Sunday. We try to avoid the weekends usually because we're so wide and we take up more of the trail, so we try to avoid traffic. But that's not always possible with scheduling and weather conditions. So when we come out, we'll actually evaluate where we're going. We'll try to look at the weather that day. Here we go through some more water. Now this is some moving water, like a stream or a spring or something. Come on, guys. It's not as familiar with this area, so I prefer the dogs don't drink it. That's why I'm going to keep them moving. We have water with us, carry about 5 gallons. What's cool about some of these trails sometimes, oh, beautiful out here in the sun, Jim. Beautiful, bud. What's cool about some of these trails, because there's so many roads around, there'll be some neat bridges that we may cross or tunnels we may go under that have been designed in the trail. Come on, guys. And sometimes it gives you a neat perspective or a neat view. Yep, peepers, which are frogs, and they're coming out just to let us know spring is in the air. Really bright here. I'm really happy with Princess's performance so far. Just as I said that, she says, wait a minute, Dad. See, as she turned in, that meant she wanted me to slow down. Is that anything, that marker, Jim? No, cable. Come on, guys. Wow, we don't go in this water, do we?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool this is. We're going under this little bridge. Yeah, this is neat. Now, next to us, we've gone to trails where we've actually had to go through low-lying water by design. You see that mirror up there, Jim? Yep. On the post up there. See if anyone's coming, because it's tight. So this is a little tight. Kind of cool you're getting this perspective. we hear the traffic over top of us. Come on, guys. Now, my job is to keep the dogs centered as much as possible. And because we're so long, come on, guys, haul. I have to be careful. Whoop. I don't know, but chain slipped a little. I don't know why. We weren't up a hill. So because the length of the bike is so long, I have to be careful when I cut the corners, go around the corner. Yeah, Jag, as I said, he gets a little timid now because we're moving so slow, and it lets him think about what he's doing. So, and Jag's a very shy dog before I got him. Just, that's the way he feels a little loose here, Jim.
Okay.
The bike feels loose. Is it just the trail? Is my okay?
That's all.
Just make it.
Wheels look good.
Okay, just making sure we've repaired this bike.
Wheels look good.
We do most of our repairs in house because everything is custom made for me. So
Maybe backing off. That may be one point.
no, I think it was just the trail. See these buckles in this blacktop?
Yep. Yep. No wonder it's wavy, right?
Yep. So Jag, because when we're booking down a trail, going fast, bumpy here, bud. The dogs, it's just instinct. They just run. When they have some dogs, when they have time to think about what they're doing, that's why they'll sniff around and look and see what's going on. And Jag hears the bike. He hears the bike when he's going fast, but he don't pay no attention because they're one-track minded. But when he has time to pay attention to it, he starts thinking. He's like, I don't like running next to that wheel. And he'll back off a little bit. And that's why we have a wheel guard there. He never did that in the past, and the reason he's done that now is because we go slower for Princess. Once we pick up the pace, he usually settles in and moves at a good pace. But, so what I do with him is just comfort him by putting, see it, bud, thanks. I put a little wheel guard there, give him that longer tether so he can go as far forward or backwards as he wants within reason. We got a lot of water, standing water on this trail. Interesting, this is Henson Creek, I guess, as the name says. Now, I'm gonna let this guy, we can go through the water. He's avoiding it because we get his feet. Come on, guys. So you got enough room, Jim? Just do you have enough room, or you want me to stop?
I've got any more than enough room. I'll just watch your side.
Okay, great. Dogs are friendly. Thank you. Come on, guys. Have a great day. Thank you. So we shouldn't sink in here, but this is kind of cool for the dogs because they get their paws really wet. And I was just talking about going through standing water, and this is how we do it, folks. Great way for them to cool down. Uh-oh, is this washed? Oh, no, it's all the reflection of it. I thought it was washed out. So I see the trash can. Come on, guys. Cool little bridge coming. Yeah, I see the bridge. More standing water. So I call the dogs the original ATV because they are all-terrain. They can go through snow, dirt, mud, standing water, anything, you name it. And that's what we do when we're on the trail like this. Smell something, Jim?
Yeah,
Something dead, or?
well, it could be anything. It could be animal here anyway.
You smell, when you sell something really pungent, unfortunately a decaying body from an animal has a pretty unique smell, or pretty bad smell, I should say. So just want to be cognizant. If something's on the trail, you don't want the dogs, if I know where it's at, I can avoid it, but sometimes it can just show up. You know, it's camouflaged by leaves or whatever. Looks like they're doing a lot of work here. What do you think, this bridge, Jim?
It looks good. Good centered.
Yep. A little hard because of where I'm coming from. Come on, Princess.
Yep, it's good centered.
Watch my back, dogs. Come on, pretty.
All right, you're doing good. If they got enough room. slow, but everybody's in. Come on, Princess. Come on. She's smelling.
How's Jag?
Good. Everybody's good. You got enough room. Great.
So this is just enough room, and this is cool because you're really getting to see how the dogs cooperate and the training that we have, and they're not scared. They see the water, but dogs would actually be scared, and my dogs, when I was training them, were a little hesitant about this, especially a dog like Jag that is not as confident as other dogs may be. I just got to keep this pretty steady,
Perfect. Good job.
and that goes really well, and that's just wide enough for us. So we do have a narrower bike, but we haven't been using it. We get in a groove where we use one bike, and because these are all sensitive and temperamental, the bikes I'm saying, we usually will stick with one bike for a while until it gets a major problem, and we'll tear it down and fix it at some point, and we'll switch to another bike. So we're using this bike right now because it's been good to us, and it's, I guess we rotate them in some ways. It's time in the rotation, and it's wider than most, but it's more capable than most because it's got four-wheel drive. What's all that, Jim?
It looks like they're trying to, they're probably pumping that water out for some reason. They're all big pumps,
Yeah, they're,
and they're trying to work there.
oh, pretty. Doing some pretty major construction here, no pun intended. Pretty. Come on, pretty. Good girl. This is just a walking pace. But because of the hill, it's still a little challenging for Princess. The terrain, I should say. And it's really nice when we get some muddy, well, some standing water with some mud underneath, because a dog works, and even some rocks, a dog works their pads kind of like we work our fingers. And again, as we get older, arthritis appears in our fingers, and it appears in the dog's paws. So if they can get exercise where they can grip it, where there's terrain they need to grip, it's really good for them. So the bike's making some noises, which, moving at a slow speed, Jag is more cognizant of. The other dogs could care less. And nothing's going to happen. I mean, it's possible if something we break down, we would just have to walk the dogs to the nearest point where we would, come on, pretty, we could get picked up. Come on, good girl. So she's a little behind, but this is what's cool about her lead. Come on, good girl. There she comes. It gives her comfort when she goes back there. Come on, guys. And then we'll get her moving along again. Now this bike, because of the way it's geared, can go up pretty big hills with big inclines. But also, the low gearing allows me to go very slow. So if you know, like if you're on a bike, if you're on a two-wheel bike and you try to go slow, you might fall over if you go so slow. Well, with this bike, obviously we're not going to fall over, but the low gearing allows us, come on, Princess, to use speed at a slow rate so we can, come on, good girl. Keep it good for Princess, see? Now she's back out. Now sometimes she'll have had enough and I'll know it, but as long as she wants to keep going. Look at this low-lying water. Looks like we're in swampland. Yeah, but it's just because it's been so wet this winter here. I think all over the country's been kind of wet, hasn't it, Jim?
Yeah, really.
So that's what you're seeing, and that's maybe why that big equipment's there. Good girl. Now sometimes I'll dip into the grass because the grass holds more sense than a hard surface like the blacktop of the trail. And if I go on the shoulder, look at that, is that a waterfall?
Yeah, it's cool.
It's cool. Is that just dammed up? Is that why it's doing that, Jim? Can you tell?
No, I just think it looks like a cul-de-sac, like they made that to keep that water
Runoff, yeah. Again, the more time she spends on the trail, the better she'll feel and the better for her health. And I know a lot of people have said, oh my gosh, she's too old, she should never be doing this. But it's easy to quickly glance at what I'm doing and say, that's terrible. But if you truly understand it, you'll think it's wonderful. So the grass holds the sense, and it makes them want to engage more, want to mark it. Zorro, easy. Zorro. He's just kicking back on Princess. I'm going to give her a second. There she goes. Good girl. Marking the area. Good girl. Zorro. They kick back when they're feeling good. Come on, good girl. Because they have scent glands in their paws. So as they kick the dirt back, they're letting other animals know Big Zorro's been here. Big Princess has been here. Or they're claiming the territory, really. So that's how you know. It's a good sign. Dog's feeling good and feeling their oats. Yeah, so people are pretty concerned. I know people have mentioned animal cruelty and all kinds of stuff, but actually it would be cruel to keep the dogs at home and not let them get out to exercise. So Huskies are one of the most abandoned breed, especially right now. Game of Thrones is a big movie series, if you will, and there's dogs on there that are Huskies or wolves that look like Huskies. So everybody's loving it, and they're going out and getting Huskies, but they realize after they're puppies, how do you take care of these beasts? They're not beasts, but they just have an insatiable appetite for exercise. And in modern day times, we have to find ways that will conform to our schedule, but give them some of the exercise they really need, they crave. And that's why biking in this capacity doesn't have to be a big rig like this. But any kind of bike, you can attach the attachments I use, and you can actually get your dog some easy exercise that'll wear him out pretty quick, or her. Come on, good girl. Come on, good girl. There she comes. She just wants to know. Part of that is a dominance thing. When she goes behind, she wants me to stop or slow up, letting her know she's in control. And it all plays a part. When you're training a Husky, when they think it's their idea, they go with it. When it's your idea, they want to fight you on it because they want to rule the pack, and you are part of the pack. Nice day, Jim. How you feel? Yeah. Great trail, no traffic. And we're kind of back here in the woods.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because it's being very residential. There was a sign back there that said they have deer sharpshooters here
Really?
to send the population out.
Now you think they could do that all year long?
I think they do it when they think it's necessary, but usually it's in the fall. But they know exactly what they're doing.
So Jim was just telling me that there's a sign back there saying there's deer sharpshooters here, probably to thin the population because it's a pretty well-populated area for people, and they want to avoid, I guess, deer on the road and becoming a menace. So they might control the population in that way. And since probably it's commissioned by the county or local municipality, they could probably do it all year long. So, but I'm sure they're cognizant that this is a trail, especially on a weekend, and they're probably not out here shooting today. We haven't heard anything. In addition, that's why I wear the vest I wear, because I want to be bright and bold and let people know, hey, I'm out here, don't shoot. So in a lot of ways, this is kind of like a glorified walk for the dogs, especially for Princess. When we put her up in her special seat, we'll be able to put some speed on. And then the slowest is Jag. Just because he's got short legs, he doesn't have the stride that Zorro and Chase has. So he has to work harder to keep up with them. So we'll get him a mile or two of fast mileage in, and then we'll put him possibly in the truck with Princess, and then we'll blow down the trail as fast as Chase and Zorro want to go. Flood area. Once again, folks, I am the Wolf Driver. You're looking at a live view from a dog-powered go-kart, I like to call it. And this is truly not dog-powered. We do have pedal power and motors on here. So we can go pretty much transverse almost any terrain, as well as almost any dog can travel with us because they don't have to pull. So you might see my little Chinese crested that's all of 15 pounds, 14 pounds on here, and you see my 15-year-old husky on here because bathroom break, Jim. Princess, good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Yep, in the road. So, and all the dogs doing their bathroom breaks really healthy, and this will actually get them to go to the bathroom more than they would if we were just laying around the yard at home. The stimulation from the activity, as well as being in a place they're not familiar with. Instinctually, a place they're not familiar with, they can run into other animals, they smell them, and potential prey opportunities or confrontational opportunities, even with each other in a wolf pack, because they vie for pecking order. So they'll go to the bathroom so they don't have to be in the middle of a confrontation or a prey drive. Yep. And have to go do it then. That would be bad for them. It's instinctual. Come on, guys, hike.
Come on, baby.
So that's why this encourages them or stimulates them even more to go to the bathroom than just to walk in the yard or walk down the street where they're familiar with it and they know what's around. And again, taking them to unfamiliar trails like this that we've never been to is part of that stimulation and that psychology I use. I'm just tickle pink how she's doing. If you were with us, I think it was last Sunday, she did 5 miles. Don't expect that, or last Saturday on Rehoboth Beach in Delaware. We were running a trail down there, and I don't expect her to do that today, but she's a tough girl.
Have we dumped our boys on?
Oh yeah, before we left. So those of you that have seen your dogs, don't be scared to exercise them, but I do want you to be cautious, of course. But you can exercise them, they can use it. And I know sometimes people say to me, oh, my dog can never do that, she's too old, and they might be 10, 11, 12, whatever. 15 is very old for a husky, but there are ways to do it and be safe about it. Of course, you don't just jump in and find out what they can do the first day. You build up to it, you make them feel comfortable, and you feel comfortable that you're not overdoing it. Most of the time, though, there's a lot of signs before you would overdo it. Look at the little water transition there. It's cool. Love the sound, like a babbling brook. So even in a relatively urban area like this, there's trails that are off the beaten path, like we're finding right here. I thought this would be a little more residential or more towards highways, but it's not. It's actually quiet, Jim, isn't it?
Surprisingly, not absolutely.
Yeah. These are like gems. And you might also ask why we're on blacktop, but actually it's easier for Princess, who's 15 years old, to run on a smooth, hard surface like this. It's easier for her to push off of, as well as to not lift her leg or her paws as high. If she was on grass or on stone, she'd have to lift a little higher or she'd stumble. And she does still stumble some, but that doesn't mean she can't still do what we're doing. Girl's still doing good, Jim.
Yeah. Yep. Well, you traveling at the right pace for, I believe.
Yep.
Nice day. Perfect.
Beautiful day.
Enough for the dog.
Always nice when there's a breeze blowing, which there is. It's like a fan, helps cool the dogs. Now, of course, a blacktop trail in the summer would be a problem because it could be hot if it's not in the woods. So I always check the temperature when that possibility exists. But it's actually easier for them to run. I know people are concerned sometimes if we were running this hard, I wouldn't want to do a blacktop every time because of the wear on their joints. I've never had an issue, but also on their claws. And a dog like Jag, who bounces more because his stride is small, he's got short legs when we're going fast, so he can take more of a chance of hitting the bloodline on his claws, on his nail. You can actually, if you know how to read a dog's nails, you can tell, come on, good girl, how they wear, more about if they're struggling to keep up, or if they're moving at a good pace, or if they're actually moving too fast. Pretty interesting. Lots of ways to read canine body language and how their bodies are wearing and doing through different elements like grooming, etc. See how the coat's maintained, how that's weathering through different seasons. See how their claws are maintained, like I was just talking about. And there's something called a dew claw. You're probably all familiar with. It's the claw above their regular claws, kind of like where our ankles would be on a human. And some dogs have it, some don't. Some people remove them surgically, with a veterinarian, because they don't really have a purpose. They say, I believe, they were used when the dogs were... Oh, thank you very much. Sorry about that. Thank you. G over.
Hi.
Good, how you doing? Great. Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Have a great day, bud. Thank you. He was saying he's on his way to get a working dog now. He recognized what we were doing. Great to run into nice people. So they say the dew claw, from what I understand, was used actually for hunting, to open up prey. I know it sounds a little sickening, I'm sorry, but there's no way it doesn't come in. Come on, pretty. I'm watching her, seeing what she's doing. It doesn't come in contact with the ground when they're walking or running, so there's no way it's gonna, good girl, it's gonna wear down naturally, and that's why they have to be maintained if your dog does have a dew claw. She's doing it. Wants to stop and sniff. Maybe do a mark.
Oh, what a wonderful dog.
Come on, guys. So I put her on the grass because she looked like she was getting bored. Some of it's getting bored, too. She might be doing a bathroom break. And because of her arthritis, sometimes she can't get in the full squat. So, come on. You have to give her time and realize what she's doing. Good girl. That's what I do, just take your time with her. The main thing is she got some pretty good bathroom stops in, so we put her up in the seat and be confident that she's pretty well emptied herself and she's ready to enjoy the ride. Yeah, so my dogs all have dew claws, and actually Little Chinese Crested has a rear dew claw, which I've never seen before, but apparently some dogs do have them. That means on the back legs, there's one dew claw, one back leg has it. So that obviously has to be maintained, which means the groomer has to clip it or grind it down. If it gets too sharp, dogs go to scratch themselves, they can cut themselves. I thought this was Tombstones, a cemetery, Jim. It's
I think they're erosion control poles to stop the earth from moving.
Oh. So there's a bunch of little poles or parts of poles, actually pieces of wood in the ground, and Jim thinks they're erosion control grids, if you will, to keep the ground from moving. As us humans populate the earth more, they have to find ways to manage the water. And it's become a big issue in a lot of communities. Come on, pretty. see now. If she doesn't come around, what I'll do is, come on, good girl. Yeah, we'll stop. Let's give him some water, Jimmy. So what we're going to do now is stop and give him a little water. I can look at the feed and see if anyone's got any questions. Good girl. Good girl. She's good. Okay, so real quickly. Oh, yeah. Right now I'm just checking. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, by all means, please leave them in the feed you're watching it on. I try to check it throughout the trail run. And you're getting a view still. There's Princess drinking some water. So we're going to see. Right now, I thought I was live, but I may not be. We're live here. Yep, we are live. Cool. So, looking for any comments, questions, or concerns. Love to give you a shout out. Please don't be shy. Say hello. Stop by. Cool. We've been live for about 45 minutes, folks. And my internet's a little slow back here, so I'm not able to access everything I like to, but I do see we're live. And it looks like we still got a pretty strong signal, so that's always good news. Remember, I do the rebroadcast of this run. We always post it. Did anybody drink, Jim?
Those two on the other side.
Okay, cool.
These two didn't have a drink at all.
Okay. Chase and
They
Jag.
didn't drink much.
You couldn't give it away, huh?
They didn't drink much. Nobody's thirsty yet.
Okay, bud.
Nobody's thirsty before the day is over. You good?
I'm good, bud. What do you think? Any idea what we got in, Jim? I don't have my watch on me today.
I would just think we just got a mile and a half, something like
Okay. How long's this trail?
that. 5.8, I believe.
Okay. So we're going to keep rolling on. Come on, guys. Hike.
You're doing great. Everybody's with us.
Yep.
Beautiful day.
We're doing wonderful. We're going really slow because we've got Princess, who's the 15-year-old husky on here. And we probably got a mile to a mile and a half. It's actually a little more than I thought she'd get in today. So I'm pretty stoked about that just because we were pretty active last week. I hope you caught some of our live broadcasts. And we actually bunched the days together. I like to spread them out sometimes more, but weather and scheduling sometimes. Come on, Zaro. Dictates that. So.
We might have a little further than that. We've been on the trail almost an hour.
Oh, really?
Maybe we got 2 miles.
Jim's giving me an update. I usually have, out all this equipment, I usually have my watch on that tells me my mileage, but I don't today. Come on, pretty. So we just go by, usually there's mile markers. We know it's 5.8 to the end. Come on, pretty.
Here.
What's that?
Chase is here.
Okay. Come on, good girl. There might be a mile marker somewhere along here, but so far we haven't gotten any. Actually, pull it up on my phone and figure it out, but it's not worth all that. Looks like some fox droppings or something, Jimmy. Maybe a little dog. The dogs will want to sniff that to see what's been here. Kind of cool. But we try to keep them away from it, even though it's not going to hurt them. It's really relaxed and just in symmetry with nature.
Beautiful.
I can't believe we've only had one person on here.
Very nice. Beautiful.
it's amazing how many trails we found that are just so close. We've traveled to the Cape Cod Rail Trail up in Massachusetts, and as far south as almost Tennessee, I believe the Virginia Creeper Trail or the Tobacco Heritage Trail. I'm not sure, one of them was right near the border of Tennessee. But we travel the mid-Atlantic East Coast pretty extensively. But we've been finding more and more trails. As the dogs get older, we're doing a little less mileage because we're moving at a slower pace. So I used to look for miles that were at least trails that were at least 15 plus miles. Now, 5 miles is my prerequisite usually, and if need be, if the dogs are feeling good, I can make it a 10-miler by going up and back. We've done 30 miles before, so it all depends again on the dogs and the conditions. Come on, pretty. Come on, pretty. Good girl. Come on, good girl. Come on. Good girl. And that's wolf driving, and that's managing an older dog, just slowing up for her, keeping her engaged, and letting her get as much as she can in. Now she's thinking about going to the side, and I keep going, bless you. And I just go at a slower pace, and she doesn't go to the side. She keeps going forward. Beautiful day, Jim. What do you think the temperature is now, bud?
Oh, maybe in the 50s. It's really nice.
Yeah. Thought it was going to be cooler, didn't you?
I didn't think it was supposed to be 50 today, but we're a little further south. It may be warmer than you think.
Yep.
It's going to be spring.
It really is.
Time right now when it's cool enough to run the dogs and pretty enough for us to be out.
Yeah. We do at some point switch over into spring summer mode where we'll be running at night, but we use nighttime cameras with infrared capability so we can still broadcast and film. And also it's important for me, being the pack daddy, to see how the dogs are doing, because as they get older they get different issues that we want to be sure to try to address as soon as possible, and if we see something happening we can address that. But I've been doing this for about 25 years in all different capacities working with huskies, so I know what to look for, but that doesn't mean they won't surprise me every day. They do. Nice going slow, Jim.
Oh, yeah. Especially this year.
Yeah. So tomorrow will be a day off because with the travel and whatever miles we get in here, it looks like a walker, Jimmy. Yep, so what I'll do is I'll move over G over. So I got a nice big shoulder here. Come on, guys. And because of the tires on this, as you see, I'm able to go off-road. Dogs like being on the grass some. Come on, Zaro.
Morning.
Howdy, howdy. Yeah. Get some exercise. Have a great day, sir. Thank you. Come on, guys. So, because it's a little steep, I'm waiting till I get to the right area. Come on, pretty. I was going a little faster because being on the grass and trying to pass him by. Hey, what's to the left, Jim? What's that? We don't go that way, do we?
Yep, I'm sure we don't.
No, because it looks like a different trail. But that looks like a nice bridge. Looks like it does. But I guess we'll. Oh, it probably does. Oh, bike rider. Yep. G over. Howdy, howdy.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you, sir?
Good.
Have a great day.
I like that.
Thank you very much. Haul over. Over. It's got a motor on it. It's pedal and motorized. So it's got a little motor so I can keep them going. So, and as you pedal, it'll assist.
Does the motor recharge the battery?
Yes, it does actually. Yeah, it'll if I do braking and stuff, it'll recharge.
Oh, and you got pedal too?
Yeah, the passenger too.
Yep, you pedal both power and it's a little electric. And disc brakes?
And disc brakes. Because it takes a lot. It's pretty heavy to stop it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sure. Catch up to us. Take a picture. People like taking pictures because this is, yeah. I don't know the perspective you're getting from the camera. I mean, of course I see it, but help yourself, sir. Come on, guys. We can stop for a second. Yeah, I can stop. We're moving slow, so it won't matter. Take your time. Take your time.
I'll have to post this on a bike forum.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I like that.
Oh yeah, and you got the dual brakes?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got brakes and I got brakes.
Television set up too?
Well, I do broadcast and film, so it's just a wireless camera essentially, and it shows up on the phone. And we don't have any gears, so it's geared by the chain and by the I guess what it rides on, the spindle, and it's real low because the dogs don't go fast, so I can climb hills and go comfortably at slower speeds.
And you got a little seat in the back?
Seat back for the oldest dog. She's 15. So we'll put her up in there when she's had enough. And we can boogie with the three. There's 3 males. The other 3 are about 10. They can 9 to 10. They can go fast, and she got to go slow because she's older.
So you can use them more or less like a dog sled.
A dog sled, like a dog sled on wheels. Exactly. That's what I call it.
They
Yep.
like doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, and they can go through some snow with the aggressive tires, inch to a snow, dirt. Of course, there's a lot of standing water out on the trail.
This would be something down on the beach.
Oh yeah, we've done the beach. I actually did Assateague Island.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, in the certain months they let vehicles on there and they let dogs and bicycles. So they were like, I don't know. They made me buy a pass for, it was like $30. You buy the pass, you can do it. And they let me do it. And yeah, we did great. It was fun. There was nobody. It was a cold day in February, not this February.
I've flown my kites down there.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, I've flown my kites down there.
It's really nice.
I'm into cycling and I have kites.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah.
Big kites.
Big kites. That's neat. That's neat. I don't know much about that.
This is really. Yeah, I'll have to post this. So
Thank-
there's batteries, dual batteries.
Dual batteries. Yep.
Look at the shocks on it.
Oh yeah, this got suspension.
Well,
So-
did you design it?
I work with a guy in Utah, and pretty much I funded it and told him what I wanted. We've done other bikes. This was the most extensive one we've done because it actually has 4-wheel drive. So it's got 2 motors, and the pedals are independent. So I'm doing the front motor. He's doing on the front wheels. He's doing the back motor on the back wheels. Now I control both motors from here, but the one motor's down because the chain. If this thing, it's so long that it skews sometimes, and it'll the derailleur won't hold. So we're still trying to perfect it. I mean, we've had this thing for a few years. Exactly, but the front one functions really good. So once we get the back one working,
I see your derailleur. I see your your pulley there.
Yep.
Your pulley there with
Yeah, it's all built with bike parts to make it legal for the bike trails we go on, because obviously you can't take, an ATV or anything, so you have to use bike parts. But the dogs and all the weight we put on it makes them very vulnerable, all the parts on here, so they break.
You guys should be soliciting to Rails to Trails.
Rails to Trails. I'm a member on their Facebook page. I love it. Once in a while I'll post about it, but I don't think they understand the extensiveness because they haven't really seen it in person. Like when you see it now, you can see all the parts and everything that's going into it mechanically. He's like, what's it go?
These are cameras?
Yeah, they're cameras. They're just Google clips. I love to. I'll put it on YouTube and document everything I do. I've been doing this for years. So as the dogs get older,
you go to other trails.
I go to other trails. I try to go all over the Mid-Atlantic. I've gone as far as the Cape Cod Rail Trail in Massachusetts,
all right,
and the Virginia Creeper Trail, which is towards Tennessee, pretty far south. That's a good trail too, and a lot of points in between. The C&O is one of my favorites.
Yeah, I've ridden that.
Yeah, and then the Gap Trail. We've gone into Pittsburgh. Yeah.
I haven't gone into Pittsburgh, but a friend of mine lives up in. I just came from it, Winchester.
Oh yeah.
He did the trail all the way up to Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh's awesome. We're just shy of Three Rivers. You can actually, I think the trail goes right near the stadiums. We didn't make it that far. We'll ride at night during the summer, and because it's cooler for the dogs, and of course it's warmer for us.
I used to ride at night.
I like riding at night, really.
I used to do a lot of riding at night.
I think trails are less crowded, and
streets too.
Yeah, streets too. But when we went to Pittsburgh, there's they still have one of the steel plants there, and they have it fired up, and there are a lot of people working, and it was really cool because we were getting a nighttime view, and the trail goes right near the plant. It was just surreal. It was cool. I liked it. I mean, I like city driving too.
I've been riding this trail for a long time.
This is the first time.
We're going to extend this trail. It's proposed to Costco.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
We are going to extend this trail from the end here at Temple Hills Road.
Yes.
But you guys can't make it to down there by the fence down there.
Really? How far?
Yeah, that's a ways down there.
Okay. That we won't be able to get to Temple Hills Road?
No.
Why? Is it
washed out on this side.
Oh, I see.
There's only like a little path.
I see.
To get through.
How far is that from here, you think?
I would say you're up here, you'll run into Tucker Road.
Okay.
If you want to, when you get onto Tucker Road, you'll come up to the path.
Okay.
You'll see the rec center.
Okay.
If you keep on going straight up the hill, but you have to go on the street for a minute.
Okay.
Come down, and you'll see the ice skating rink.
Okay.
So if we go up to Tucker Road and make a left, you'll see the ice skating ring over on your right hand side, and then the path picks up on the other side.
Is it marked or I won't know?
You won't see it on. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You'll see it on.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pull up the trail. Okay.
But
cool.
It's washed out. It's washed out in between Temple Hills Road. It's clear from Temple Hills Road to.
Okay, guys.
Brinkley Road.
Brinkley.
That's clear.
Okay.
But from Brinkley Road to where's that rec center on? Bach Road?
Oh yeah, we're near there.
Road,
I know where you're talking.
There's a spot in there where you can't get.
We better get going because the dogs want to go, and we're meeting somebody. Hopefully he'll know.
That is really neat.
Thank you. Come on, guys.
I love it.
Thank you so much.
I was just out on this fun bike today, but
It's interesting talking to you.
Jump on my mountain bike, I can keep up with you.
That'd be awesome. Have a great day. Thank you again, sir. Thank you. You think you should text Chris?
No, I'd try to get through.
You think so?
I'd give it a shot. We're more versatile than we think.
We are. So, folks, we were talking to a really nice gentleman. He's big into biking, and he was kind of awestruck with the design of this vehicle and how we're using it and its capabilities. He recognized it. And that's the thing, you're getting kind of a bird's eye view looking at this, and when you see it in person, It's truly quite a technological feat, as well as a dog inspiration, I should say. So it's cool stuff. But I love talking to the local people. Come on, pretty. And you can learn about the trail. Now, he said it was washed out up here. We've made it through some precarious situations, so we're going to see what we can do. We can always turn around, but we do have our support vehicle, Crispy, and he can pick us up anywhere if we need him to. But we certainly aren't ready to be done yet. When Princess is done, then we start the quicker ride, and so we're a long ways from that. He didn't seem to know exactly where was where, Jim.
No, it's all right. We'll just keep going till we can't go anymore.
Nice guy, though.
Everybody's been pleasant here. Too,
Yeah, he's paying. Chase, he squats. He is squatting. He just, come on, pretty. Actually, I don't like to stop for too long, but it's nice when it's like that. Come on, pretty. When someone is knowledgeable and enjoys what we do, to give them, to tell them more about. Come on, pretty. Good girl. As well as it does give the dogs a break. And even though we're going slow, they're still getting a workout. The other dogs, of course, Princess is getting the most of a workout. Come on, good girl. Good girl. It's just habitual with her to drop back there a little bit. Now, if she stays back there, she's usually done, but we're still going. I'm really impressed with her. It looks so desolate out here, doesn't it, Jim?
Really, really quiet. Nice. It's funny. It seems like it should be more houses now.
It does. I like to look at this from Google Maps and see what really is around, how far we are from civilization, because we're in a pretty populated area of Maryland. Oh no, the trail does. I thought it went straight. I was ready to say, there goes the blacktop, but no, it's. Yeah, people see us on this bike and they don't realize how mobile we really are, and we have the ability. That's why I wear this orange vest. If you see me in it, almost all my videos and all the adventures we've been on with the bike, that is, I wear this orange vest because I can quickly tether the dogs to me. Whoops, as well as. Sorry, tight turn here. As well as they can't put too much pressure on me, because this vest is actually a body harness for people too. So did Chris fix the wheel, Jim?
Yeah, it fixed the bearing in the wheel on the left side. I think the chain's getting a little loose. It may need tightening up.
Yeah, we put
You drive things.
unusual stress, and as I said, these bikes are all custom made for me, so there's no YouTube video you can go to on how to fix this thing. And there's not too many people that can work on them, so it's kind of got to be done in-house, except for the bike builder himself, which we've visited before in Utah, and if we have to take a trip out there, we do it. And I send the guys. Usually that's a once every 5-year thing, but where we put excessive wear on these things, and he can really replace some of the more integral parts that we would not be able to work on. But Crispy and Jim are getting pretty good. Probably fix most of it, but he's got a fabrication shop out in Utah, and he knows these pieces like the back of his hand. What a day, just spectacular.
Really got nice, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
Maybe keep moving along.
Yeah, she's going, isn't she, Jim?
Yeah.
She's done further than I thought she'd do.
She's going along. She's happy, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, she's on the balls of her feet.
Not sure it's up to her,
I'm just going to straddle it.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you see me, I have a few 3-wheel bikes. They call them trikes. And I forget there's a back tire. So I have to be really careful, because that would puncture my back tire. And whenever I was straddling a pole that was down. Whenever I do that, I make sure that, of course, the dogs are going to be safe. You got to think about everything when you're doing this. You cannot take your mind. I see Chris, Jim. You see the truck?
Yep.
We use walkie-talkie communications too sometimes. Thank you. We don't have them with us today. We just didn't pack them up. Usually we're out here during the week, and the loadout, Dan, part of the WooFDriver pit crew, will coordinate the loadout and make sure we have all the equipment, but he wasn't there today, so it was up to us. And I'm tending to the dog so much, trying to make a good broadcast as well, and making sure all the camera equipment's in order, that sometimes we forget some of the stuff. As long as we've got the dogs and the harnesses and water, we can pretty much do anything, but all the other stuff for extras. And of course, I've done this forever, like I said, about 25 years, so I've survived without a lot of the luxuries we take today, like walkie-talkies and some of the other equipment. A little bit of an incline here. Good for the dogs. That guy couldn't give me any mileage. Kept trying to find out how far.
That may be his car right there.
Oh, that might be.
That's baby thing.
She's good. She drifts back sometimes, and then that's the attitude. So we'll probably do some free ranging this week at one of the farms that I go to, as well as might get, since we're getting some. Thank you, bud. Come on, guys. Have to get a little bit of pep to go up this hill. Come on, guys. I don't know where the trail goes, Jim, but there's a bike rider over there. So is that it? Did I? Yeah.
Maybe we're supposed to cross that. Maybe that's the trail.
I don't think so.
Hang on. Oh,
Do you want to?
let me take a walk.
Yep.
Find out.
You want to call Chris and ask him?
Him right there.
Yep, I could pull it up on my phone. I mean,
That's probably it. Over there where that man that bike is. Don't know.
we could cut right across here.
We'll find out in a minute.
So, folks, if you're just joining us, you are live with the WooFDriver and the Wolf Pack. And we're running the Henson Creek Trail near Temple Hills, Maryland. Jag, Princess, Chase, and Zorro. And so that's 3 males, Chase, Zorro, and Jag, all relatively 9 to 10 years old. And Princess, the only female, who's 15 years old. We are at a point now, I'm going to say we roughly have in 2 miles, give a little, take a little. Princess is just doing wonderful. She's the one that I'm most cognizant of because of her age and because this is a pretty good activity for her. So it's kind of like a glorified walk, but the bike's a little bit different of a beast. So there's some things we have to be concerned about, of course, but she is doing wonderful. And I think all the activity with the bike and other stuff I do helps with her longevity, and it helps her manage health-related issues as dogs get older, and people too, from arthritis and joint problems, muscle problems, etc. So it's all good. You can always tune in to see us on WooFDriver Live. That's my live page. So Facebook, you get so much in a feed, and there's so much we do and post about huskies and dog related stuff. Sometimes the pages get cluttered with it, and I know different people are into different aspects of what I do, so I've designed a bunch of pages on Facebook and kind of find the niche stuff, break it up into niche activities. And Chase getting excited. He sees Jimmy walking away. Yeah, it's okay, buddy. It's okay. Chase wants to go. So working dogs don't like to stop what they're doing. We stop a lot for Princess to take a break, but when they're younger, like these guys, they just want to go. And when we were when they were young bucks and Princess was young, you can look at all our videos. I mean, we would travel 30 miles, hitting speeds of 15 miles per hour. So we could still hit some pretty good speeds and do some pretty good mileage, but usually without Princess. She'll usually be up in a special bed or she'll be on the truck. And Jag too, not that he's old, but he's shorter than the rest. So Chase and Zorro are a little tall. Now Zorro's got some Malamute, so he's of course going to be bigger than most Huskies. But Chase is unusually tall for a pure Husky. So therefore, we those two got a long stride, and they will outrun Jag. Jag's short; he'll start bouncing to keep up with them to compensate for that stride, and that takes more energy out of him. So you got to manage this all, and a bike like this allows me to do that because of its build and the dogs running on the side. Gives me the ability to put the brakes on and to keep it the speed of the slowest dog. So we never go faster than the speed of the slowest dog, which would be Princess. So pretty cool stuff. Again, I've been doing this for about 25 years. It's not my first rodeo. I've been running Huskies in all kinds of different capacities and different ways. I've explored almost everything there is. Jimmy's calling me over, so I'm gonna take this. Well, come on, guys, hike. So I say hike. That's what mushers say. A lot of people say mush, but that's just an old wives' tale. They're called mushers, and mushing is the name of the sport. This is kind of like urban mushing, but we say hike to start the dogs up, and WHOA, I don't want to say it, is to stop them. Haul over, haul. That's a sled dog command. Here's Crispy. Crispy's part of the WooFDriver team. You just saw him if you were tuned in when we took off to run this trail. He's the trip coordinator and master mechanic on my team. He's a master electrician by trade. Dag, buddy. All right, man. Cool. Yeah. I'd rather that than what I got here. Can you take that? You mind? Where's the trail go, bud?
All right, you're just going to cross the road.
Okay.
And there's a shoulder.
Okay.
And you just ride it to the end of this building.
Okay.
And make a right.
Okay.
And follow that parking lot.
Now, the guy said it's washed out. We won't be able to get to Temple Hills. But he said there's only a little footpath. I don't know what that means, so.
Just ride it till you can.
Take it. Yep, that's what Jim said. Jim was not worried about it. This guy was goo-goo over the spike.
I had a whole group of people at Rural Farms.
Really?
Yeah.
Just for the truck?
For the bike.
Wow. Gotta get those carts
She
right.
was like shaking my hand.
I told you I'd make you famous. Well, no, I got a Coke. Yep, I'm good.
Okay, we gotta look. See where that white car is?
Yep.
We gotta go down that road.
Okay, is Chris gonna follow us or we're fine? Let me get out here, Jim. I'm up a hill. Okay.
You want me to walk?
No, I think you could be in it, Jim, don't you?
Whatever you say, buddy. Only if you don't get run over.
Yeah. We're doing good if we don't get run over.
That would be the worst thing that happened to us. Okay, I'm gonna go.
Okay, you're good, Jim?
Yep. We gotta make a left-hand turn at the stop sign.
Okay, so we're gonna be running on a road, folks,
Only about 2 blocks.
which is a little precarious, but some of these trails do that. We're equipped to do that.
He's gonna follow us on that.
You want to lead or you want to follow?
You probably ought to follow us.
Follow?
Yeah,
Okay.
follow. I know where we're going.
Okay.
See that big building over there to the left?
Yep.
We're going to the end of that building, then we're making a right-hand turn.
Okay.
But we gotta stay cognizant of these cars are moving pretty good around.
So Chris will watch us from behind.
You may be able to, I don't know if you gotta ride the other side shoulder of the road or this shoulder. So when we get out,
Let's see what we get to when we're up there.
you gotta go on the other side if he's gonna follow us.
Yeah, that would make most sense.
With the, you might be able to ride this shoulder. This shoulder would be the best.
Ask Chris. Ask Chris.
The shoulder, see the shoulder here? We only got to go to the end of that thing.
Yep.
The shoulder's on this side.
It's bigger here.
Okay.
What'd he say?
He's gonna wait here till we get down. Stay on this side. I'd stay on this side. Look like your shoulders are
Running against traffic?
Yeah. I would believe.
Okay.
See how much you want?
Tell me when you're good.
I think it's designed for the bike.
Are you good?
Yes, let's go.
Hike. Haul. Haul. Haul.
See my shoulder on the other side. See how wide it is?
Yep. Oh, I can get way out of the way.
Okay. That's good. Yeah, I think it's like that, Gene. You know, we're only going to the other side of this building.
Yep. So we're riding on the shoulder of the road. We're riding against traffic. What's up? Because we've got traffic. Okay, look at that buzzer. Should I go over? Am I clear? Come on, guys, hike. 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 Oh, man. Come on. So, folks, this is true urban mushing. We're on a road, but that's where the bike trail takes us. Chris is spotting us from behind to make sure we're good. Come on, Brady. To make sure we're safe. I've got my mirrors working, and we're still far enough over. My biggest problem with riding on roads is because we're so unusual looking. Come on, Pretty. Come on, Pretty. That someone would hit us because we're like a spectacle. Come on.
I think it was turning there where that car's coming off. So
Yep.
close to it.
I think so too, Jimmy. I'm trying to move her a little faster just because I want to get off the road. But we will.
I think it's the park. I think we'll go through the park. I think.
Sometimes if I get her in a stronger, quicker pace, she'll stay with it. Come on, good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Come on, Zorro.
People are turning into that park there. Off to the right.
Yep.
I pull in there anyway. You can always go out the other side, but it's the right way.
Yep. He said go this way. Okay, G over. G. Little break, Jimmy. Okay. There it is, I think.
And that's that shoulder, that's where it might be all the way at the end of this place.
Yeah, I don't think that's it.
I don't think that's good thing. Down there? Follow this lane?
We got a bathroom break. That's what he's doing.
No, he ain't trouble next to enough.
Nope. Okay, Jim. Stay in, bud.
He ain't trouble next to enough.
This side or what side? Okay.
He shit all over me.
Okay. So sometimes they'll do a bathroom break. When they get to the end of the barrel, it's not easy to clean up, and there's nothing we can do about it. But there's usually not much there. So, but that's how I know he's getting to the end of his barrel. But they'll keep trying to go to the bathroom because this just stimulates them so much. Was that the trail, Jim? That's not it.
So, buddy,
What's that?
I don't think so.
Chris said to go there.
Get back in down here somewhere.
So kind of a busy area here, folks. This is like a recreational park and a lot of stuff going on.
Okay.
You think? Okay, good. Boy, she's really doing good, Jim.
We'll get populated down here, buddy.
Yeah, I would rather go out and on up there. Do you want to check it out, you think?
I will. Stop walking.
Nah, it looks like they're able to get to it. Huh?
Get across that bridge where that little road is.
Oh.
Worst scenario is we have to turn
Think I should go back up there? You think?
Thanks, bud.
He's coming at us? Or he's parking? Can we get it across the bridge, you think, there?
Looks like the lane keeps going.
Oh, it does. Come on.
Here's open. I can see it ahead. All right.
Okay, buddy, thank you. Park maintenance for pedestrians. Stuff for pedestrians. Sorry, folks. Focusing, coming through this area. Now, Jim, do you know?
I'm trying to see where
I think to the. I don't think I gotta go.
see where them people are walking.
Yeah.
That looks like the trail.
Is that dog off leash?
Here's a place here to the left too. I don't know what that is.
Come on, guys.
I think that just goes around. I get to the end of the road and see where we are.
This little dog off leash, Jim.
I don't know if he is or not. Yep, he's off the leash.
Oh no, he's not. He's got a thing on him. So you got him? No. Stay, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I think the trail where the man's running.
Okay. Thank you, folks. Killer.
Back dog. Like the man dog.
Yep.
Like the man coming at
Yep.
you.
Come on, guys. I'm gonna let him go. Come on, guys.
Oh, there's one on the left side. Which one's the trail?
I don't know. Howdy.
I don't know which one the trail is.
Come on, guys.
It looks like to me it's the one with the dots in it.
Yep. All over. Oh, come on. Come on, Zara.
I would think that's it though.
Okay.
The dots. You know?
I don't know, bud. Come on, princess.
Really, we're on a road.
Yeah. Well, there ain't no cars, Jim.
Okay, folks. We're on a road.
There's people all over this road. Come on, princess. I don't think this is.
Hi there.
Howdy. Come on, pretty. Come on, girl. This is probably it up here. Come on, princess. Good girl.
I'm sure there'd be the bicycle lane along with the dots in it.
Should I go over? Come on, Zorro.
Ain't nobody behind us, right?
Nope. People walking.
I'll stay right on the road. Yeah. Looks like it goes to the left. See where that man's walking over there?
Yeah, can I get to it from the road?
Sure you can. Young lady, would you know if the trail, excuse me, you know if the trail goes that way?
Does the bike trail go that way?
Yeah, you can go this way.
Okay, on the dotted line, is that the bike trail?
Yeah, well, yeah, but there's an entryway that you guys can go.
Great.
We'll see it when you come up, go up, so.
Great. Thank you very much.
Chris is keeping me there.
So we're doing great, folks. We're just, and this is why I've got a team with me, and still it's not really defined. But we think it's to the left up here.
If you want to go around, it's right here.
Right, it's right here? Great, thank you very much. Have a great day. Thank you. That's good, Jim. Good boys. Was that him beeping you?
He was sending me the attachment for the trail attachment.
This looks like it, Jim. She said this was it.
Got the sign down there. There's another man coming at you.
I see him. I'm going to try to go to my right. G over. Howdy, howdy. Thank you. Thank you. Boy, it looks beautiful here, folks. I see what you're seeing on the camera. This is wonderful. Now, look at the birds, Jimmy. The little bird sign. So you're getting a real treat, folks. Connectivity seems good. What was our... Whoops. Princess, she fell down because...
Can you get back up?
Yep, she's fine. Because she was trying to stop while I was going. Come on, good girl. Let her mark the area. And that's why we go slow. And that wasn't because she wasn't capable. It's just because she's trying to mark the area. Come on, good girl. And she's fine. Come on, good girl. I love it. She's getting motivated by smelling the scents there. Jim, I got my glasses on, sunglasses, so if you see anything, let me know.
Okay, buddy, I'm trying to do this.
Come on, good girl. Good girl. What a good girl. Come on, good girl. Good girl. Come on, good girl. See, and that's why there's plenty of spring in her springer to give her a gentle nudge, and that's what that did to her. But she just totally stopped to mark the area. Good girl. See, she's fine. And that does happen occasionally with her. She wants to mark that too. There she goes. Okay, good girl. Yep. She's just doing her stuff. She's just being Now, wait a minute. Are we coming all the way around?
I don't know, Billy. You might have to go back the other way. Go back the other way.
It does.
This looks like the way we should have went.
Well, is that woman, where's she walking? I don't know. Come on, goody girl. Goody girl, Prince.
Groundhog, see him, Billy?
Where?
Right here to the left.
Oh, yeah. Groundhog to our left, folks. He's a cutie. Look as Zaro knows. Princess don't know, but Zaro does. Jim, you want to look at this sign here? Oh, nah, nothing to do with this.
That lady walked all the way around there, didn't she?
Yeah. Oh, there's the bike riders. So,
So we should have went straight.
I don't know, though.
Told us to turn.
No, I think that's another part. I think.
Didn't
This is the bike trail we're on.
We'll find out eventually.
Got people coming. Come on, guys. Sorrow. Sorrow's
There'll be kids and it's
yeah.
you're gonna have to get off a little bit or something. Unless they go straight.
Come on, guys. Come on. Oh, they went the other way.
That's good. Perfect.
I think we.
We'll get back on it. Get back around.
Does it continue out there?
You can. There's a way to go back if you want to, or you can go around and go this way. It's like so many different.
We're going towards Temple Hills, Temple Road or whatever it is.
Okay, so Temple Hills, if you go, so you see where the people are jogging?
Yes.
You could take that straight on out.
I,
That's Bach. And then
That's
you guys
Bach.
are going to go all the way over.
yes.
So Bach, and then you have to cross over Bach Road with the dogs.
Oh,
And then you'll see it go over. And then
but it's part of the trail.
It is part of the trail.
Great. So we'll follow them out.
Yeah, yeah.
Super. Thank you so
Sorry, I
much.
thought you guys just wanted to come around here.
No problem. No
They are
problem.
so beautiful.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You too, ma'am. Come on, princess. Good girl. Yeah, we weren't clear with her either. But that's cool. That gives us just extra mileage.
Wolf guys.
Yep, extra wolf driving mileage. So we took a little bit of a scenic detour. We went around. She didn't know we wanted to go as far as we did. So we basically did a loop around the pond there, which is kind of cool. Hopefully you got some nice views. Where's he at?
Take straight ahead. It's 12 o'clock, 12:30.
Is he?
12:30, about a block away. Is that him with that man and that lady there? Yeah.
They got him?
Yep.
He's on the leash now.
Watch his walker. He's got
Yep.
a walker to his leg.
I'm gonna stop. Hello. Howdy. Thank you. Thank you very much. Come on, guys. Oh. Oh. Oh.
That tack dog. That tack dog again.
Have a great day again, folks. Come on, guys. So. See, because that dog. Come on, Jack. Come on, guys. Sorrow. Sorrow. Come on, guys. Am I good, Jim?
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Howdy, howdy. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
Sorry, we need to run around the block anyway.
Well, it's the crowd of this area, though. People are so nice, though. So, folks, this trail meanders through that park, and that's what the woman, we weren't descriptive enough that we wanted to keep going, and we took an extra loop that we didn't need to do, but it's good. We got some extra exercise in. This trail's not particularly long, so that just added to it. And especially my girl, Pretty Princess, she got a little extra running. She's doing really good. I mean, wow. Come on, good girl. Come on, guys. They're excited from that little dog. Girl. Come on, good girl. Oh, I got a bike rider. Yep. Whoops.
All right, I
Sorry.
see you made it this far.
Yeah, we're getting there. Thank you. Little hill here. Come on, Zara. So, trying to keep him from marking that territory because I didn't want him to stop. Just trying to make it up the hill. Good girl. I can't believe how good she's doing. Just phenomenal.
Just goes for you to turn on your trail map.
Good luck with that, buddy. So, this high grass really holds a lot. There was an old trail gate here. They want to smell for a second. Make sure no one's behind us. I know I had some incoming calls. Okay, come on, guys. Boy.
Okay, Dylan?
Yep, you ready?
Yep.
Come on, pretty. See how she gently nudge her? Come on. And that's all because she's interested in what's... Come on, Zorro. To my left. But I'm trying to area, and if I get bike riders, it'll be a little cumbersome. Come on, pretty. Come on, good girl. Come on, good girl. Pretty.
Henson Creek Trail.
Good girl. Come on, Zorro. So we saw a groundhog coming out of hibernation. Zorro got a close-up and personal view of him. Come on, good girl. Girl. Come on, pretty girl. So I'm really just trying to get any little extra mileage out of her I can. Come on, good girl. Once we get to a more manageable area, I'm going to give them some water.
There's people on the other side of this turn.
Come on, pretty.
Walking. Okay, see?
Not yet. Come on. Help me through this, Jim. Just guide me.
Oh, I've done mine. They're to the left. You're
Come on.
going right.
Come on, guys.
You're going right. You alright? Just go straight for a little while. Get that drag get through.
Come on. Zorro.
Okay, everything's good. There's a lot of smells here.
Yep. I like it because it motivates them. Boy, he's a good girl. We really made it a little distance with her.
Yes, she's doing well. I'm not sure we get a good to the right. I think so. I'm not sure. I don't think it goes under that bridge. I think that's just the parking lot.
You think?
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. We'll have to see when we get out of here.
These guys are...
Yeah, there's people up top of the hill that are crossing the street. Let's see what the road.
I think he said that's where we're going to have to cross. That's where she said Bach Road. They got a dog, Jim.
Okay. You want to get around the corner? Let me walk up to the stop sign.
Yep. Let me go this way. It might be easier.
That looks like a good one.
Come on, guys. G. Come on, girl. Come on, princess.
Watch that ship near the road, too.
Uh-huh. Howdy.
Hello.
Come on, guys. Come on, princess. Come on, Sarah.
Does the
How?
trail continue over there? The trail, does it continue?
I didn't see the phone.
No?
No?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, does it go down that way? Oh, okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, what do you want to do, Big Daddy?
Let me look at my. Um. Call Chris P. Winner.
Which Chris P. Winner? Calling Chris P. Winner.
Hold the brake, Jim.
Is that Chris's last name, I never knew that.
Hey, where do we go? I can't pull. Where do we go? I'm in a parking lot now. I can't pull the map up. Okay, I think I see it. I'm going to turn around with Jimmy. Just text him or call him. Okay, bud, thanks. See you, man. Bye-bye. He said he sent you a picture, but we might be past that point. Yeah.
You can't see nothing.
He's done that. Okay, ready? I'm going to try to turn.
You send your picture, but then you can't see it.
I'm going to try to turn around. Ready, Jim?
Okay, bud. You want to go that way, or you want to back up? What do you want to do?
I'm going to go this way.
Okay.
Come on, guys.
Let's go.
Hike.
Come on, Princess.
Come on, pretty. Okay, come on, guys. You're going to see a 30-point turn now, folks. Actually, I might be able to do a big U-turn. G over. G over. G over. G over. G over. Haul, come around. 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 Haul. Yep. Yep. Come on, guys. I do. Oh, he came back.
But there's a trail that goes around the corner behind that gray car, see?
So, yeah, which way? I think you're right to the right in that corner.
Okay.
Come on, pretty. Come on, good girl. Good girl. So, folks, we're trying to figure this out. It's a little bit harem-scarum. But this is what wolf driving's all about. So I say tune into every show. You never know what we're going to run into. Cool. Flood area. Yeah, I think that's the trail.
That's good.
You got a fishing rod?
No, I think it's a walking stick.
Okay. Sometimes on these trails you see people fishing. Come on, good girl. Hey, Jim, let's give them some water. It'll give her a chance to recover and me a chance to evaluate the trail.
It looks like it's right there.
So, folks, we're probably, what do you think we're into this trail, Jim? Any idea?
I would think 3 miles or around 3, I think.
Yeah, I think we're about 3 miles into this trail.
3 more, Chris did.
Did he really? I think we're about 3 miles into this trail right now, and Princess is doing amazing. We're having a great time. A little bit questionable in the direction where we're going, but as long as we're with the dogs and we're safe, we're all good, and they're getting some exercise. Good time to water them because Princess was definitely getting tired, and gonna see if we can get a little bit more mileage out of her. I'm gonna check the phone now and see if we've got anybody wants a shout out or left me any kind of message on our broadcast. Love to hear from everybody. So if you got anything you'd like to say or comment, question, whatever, please, by all means. Okay. Husky Life doesn't have any. Let's see if WooFDriver has any. Remember, we're broadcasting on about 10 WooFDriver pages right now. And we've got 8 comments. Let me see. So Jean Marie Manning, how are you? So nice to see you. Jean says, I remember one time you had them pups in the field with cows and they were having fun running around. Yep, we do that. When we go to the farms, we'll mingle with cows and horses and other farm livestock, and we just have a blast. So please feel free to go to my WooFDriver YouTube channel, and you can see all the fun we've done, and we're still going. It's really amazing. Thanks so much, Sheen, for the nice words. Amy Stockelberg Kelly, how are you? Hugs for you guys. Kisses for the pups. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. And thanks so much for the kind words, Amy. I really appreciate it. And Jean Marie, has Princess had puppies? Here's a question from Jean Marie Manning. Has Princess had puppets? She has had puppies in the past. Not when I had her. I got her from a family that had to rehome her, but she's had quite a few puppies. And that was the deal. We had to get her fixed, so there'd be no more puppies. She's a good mama. Amy, good to see you again. Thanks so much again, Amy. And Jean asked, why is Princess walking funny? She's not really walking funny. Remember, she's a little stiff. She has arthritis. She's 15 plus years old. But that's just the way she moves. She's actually doing good. None of the dogs are limping. Once in a while, a dog will limp. Sometimes they get thorns in their pads. All kinds of stuff happens. We're always looking for that. But most of the time with Princess, it's just her pulling awkwardly. She's got an awkward stride, and it makes her appear that way. She will stumble some because she's not lifting her paws as high because of her age. So thanks so much. And Jean also asked, have you ever met people that didn't like what you were doing with the dogs? Oh my gosh, Jean, that's the multi-million-dollar question. We've met so many people that, well, more people than not love it, but occasionally someone will say that's so cruel, but I understand. They mean well for the dogs, but they really have no idea about the Huskies, and it would be so cruel in my circumstances not to do with them the activities we do, because they're such a high energy breed. They need so much exercise, and people don't realize that about them. They're not couch potatoes. They're a working dog. So thanks so much for the question. All is great. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. I love the comments and love the thumbs up and all the love. But remember, we understand, people are going to have concerns. But remember, this is like a glorified walk in a lot of ways. So nothing bad, all good. Thanks so much. Now let's see if there's any other questions. Okay, urban mushing now. We're on the WooFDriver urban mushing page. And no other questions there. We went here. We're gonna go to the Woof's View page. Lots of love there. No questions, but lots of love. And we're on the WooFDriver's Wolfpack page. And I think that's through them all. I hope everybody is, again, enjoying the show. We're going to keep going. What did he say, Jim?
He said, he's just telling me what he texted me. I told him when we come to these parking areas, there's 9 ways to go.
Right.
It's nobody's fault. It's just what it is.
Yes. They all drink?
Yeah, I got to give her a break.
Okay, buddy. So we took a nice break here. Dogs got their watering. You can see Princess. She's still... Her posture is telling me that she's still got some in her. We could start off and she might fade back and need to be put in her seat. But right now, she's feeling good. They all got hydrated. We stop anywhere from the first mile to 5 miles, I usually stop to water them depending on the conditions. From there on out, every 2 miles or so, every 3 miles, depending again on the weather and the temperature. But watering, sometimes they don't drink anything, but it gives us time to take a break for Princess, which is most important. And I'm going to take a little break here myself if the Coke doesn't explode on me. This is actually a vanilla Coke. Not good for you, but tastes good. Just a little bit to wet my whistle. They drink pretty good, Jim?
Everybody drawed a matter in the mouth. Nobody wanted second. They were a little bit thirsty. Jack
Great.
was thirstier than I've seen.
Jack? Yeah.
But he didn't drink any before.
Yep. He saves it up. He's like a camel. So we're getting back in position, folks.
You know where you're going, right? Go to the corner, make a right, go into the bridge.
Okay, tell me when you're ready, Jimmy.
I'm ready.
Come on, guys. Hike. So, good boy, Jay. Got a nice watering in. And we always water them twice if you ever see us. The reason we do that is because when the dog's panting, and that's the way they cool themselves down, they're always panting, even on a light workload like this. So the second pass gives them time to drink some water, and then time to pant some more, and then lets them drink more. So, come on, guys, so they don't have to. Come on, Zorro. Little break, Jimmy, as I make it through here. Not yet. Let go. A little bit of a tough turn there. Come on, guys. Yep. Yep. Come on, guys. Going under a bridge, folks. Kind of cool. This is what I was talking about on these urban kind of trails. You get some neat views the way they have to build it around the crowded roads. And this is kind of cool. You can see Princess is still on board. 3 miles plus into the trail. Come on, guys. I'm going to give it a little bit of gas to get up there. Yep. Come on, guys. Sorrel. I don't want him and Princess to. Yep, I see. Now they turn around. It looks.
Stop. Somebody with a dog. I don't know if he's on a leash or not. I see him.
Yep, now you put him on a leash.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Good call. Come on, Sorrow. Chase. G over.
Thank you.
Come on, guys. Thank you very much. Have a great day, sir. You too. Come on, guys. Come on, Zorro. Come on, good boys. That was cool. Good call, Jim. Thank you. No, and then you were a little abrupt. I like it. You know, telling me and right then he was putting him on the leash. That's great. Thank you. You earned your pay on that one, buddy. Yeah, and I'd rather you be safe than sorry, but he was actually putting them on. So that was a perfect call. You know, we run into people with dogs off leash, which to me, hey, if you're with your dog alone and you can have enough control to get them back, bathroom break, more power to you. I mean, I abide by all leash laws. The reason I go, does that need to be dealt with, Jim, or is that good?
Let me deal with it.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Person texted me and trying to do make it.
So, you know, that guy saw us and he put his dog right on a leash, which is cool. Little dog. So usually there's not a problem if the dogs come up, but I say that and the one dog that'll come up, there'll be a problem. Again, my dogs, they feel restricted. Any dog that's on a leash or tethered to something like the bike, when another dog approaches them, they're going to feel apprehensive and possibly some fear, so therefore some of their aggressiveness can come out. So that's why we always avoid dogs that we don't know. So Chase just did a bathroom break, which is great for him. You might have noticed I've got a bunch of different kinds of cameras on the bike because I like to take pictures of the dogs in any way I can.
We're good.
I like to capture the moment. Yep, ready? Hike. So please feel free to check out my Flickr page. I've got over 20-some thousand photos. I think it's up to 25,000. I mean, again, you're going to accumulate a lot. Come on, good girl. Doing this for as many years as I've been. So Princess, she might be getting to her point where she wants to stop. But come on, pretty. Come on. Come on, good girl. She's good. Come on. Come on, pretty girl. Princess. She comes around. She's good. Come on.
time to give her a break, bro.
Yep, well, we're seeing what she... Let her sniff and see if she wants to go any further. Come on, good girl. Oh, she's sniffing in the grass. Good girl. Come on. Come on, good girl. She got a... Come on, good girl. Good girl. Again, folks, I'm just seeing if she's got any more left in her. Sometimes this is attitude. Sometimes this is just tiredness. Okay. And she comes again, so... Come on, good girl. I'm just nursing her along. Good girl. See, now she's feels like she's in control, and that's why she's still doing it. Come on, guys. Chase.
Everybody's smelling.
Yeah, it's good. That's because we're going slow, but that's good. It's what it's all about, giving them time.
She's motivated to go,
Yeah, got her a little bit more, she might go. We've been out here, Jimmy, 2 hours. What do you think our mileage is? Now, we did stop for a little while.
Usually when Princess is on us, we're doing 2.5 to 3. So I'd say the most we probably got done 5.
Yeah, it's possible.
Of course, we went around the circle a couple times.
How long's the trail, Jim?
It's supposed to be 5.8 miles. And what Chris said, he said we had another 3 to go on it. So,
Did he tell you how far we've been?
no. That would have made sense. If we went about 3, that would give us 4. So we're probably at 4. If that's 4, we probably got 2 to go yet. It's just a little complicated. It's hard to figure out with no mile markers.
Yep. See how we're coaxing her along, just going slow, letting off the gas and getting back on it, watching her body language. It's all about getting her just a little extra, because that's all about the health and the joint mobility to keep her going. She'll migrate in and out behind the bike, but that's why she's got that long lead, to give her that ability. She comes back around. Come on, Brittany. Now, folks, when I put her up, you'll see some speed then kick in. Come on, Pretty. Here she comes. I think she's done, Jim. Well, when I think that, then she comes around. It's a psychological game with her. No, she's...
Do you know how far we went?
And this is all about getting her a little extra rest. I call it nursing her along. Come on, Brittany. might be able to tell by glimpse too. What a spectacular day out here. So with Princess, in case you're just joining us, she just likes to, she's 15 years old and she wants to control the situation as well as she gets tired. But when she goes behind the bike, she knows I slow up. So she does that. She's done it ever since she was. But now as she gets older, she could actually be tiring. That's why I have a seat on board. What's this stuff, Jim?
What's that?
Yellow stuff under the bike I just ran over.
Oh, I don't know.
Yellow and orange.
Just like this gravel, it looks like.
Oh, gee, over. There's grass. And that was some kind of seed.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention.
There's glass there too.
This is Sesame and-
Always want to be careful for glass on the trails, especially if the dogs are pulling hard, because when they pull, they're pushing into the ground and they would step hard on that glass. Glass poses enough of a threat without them trying to pull or push on it.
This says we went 3.8.
3.8, wow. That's what you said.
Oh, it's close.
Princess is close to 4 miles today. She's doing pretty good, Jim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys holding up.
So we're about 4 miles into this trail. Princess has been running the whole trail with us, or walking the whole trail with us. It's a beautiful day out here. We're in the Temple Hills, Maryland area on the Henson Creek Trail. Is that probably National Airport? That's probably Washington, D.C. We're in the relative vicinity, probably about 20 minutes from Washington, D.C. So you're going to see air traffic and everything. And that's why I thought this would be a more populated trail than it is. It's actually been awesome. And again, we're running on blacktop because it actually is easier for Princess to do that at her age, because she doesn't have to pick up her feet as high. Hope everybody's enjoying the view. This is a unique opportunity for everyone on Facebook watching this live broadcast to see what I do. Just creative ways to exercise and train huskies because of their high energy nature. They need to be worked or challenged. And I've been doing this for about 25 years with other huskies as well. These are my current huskies, my current husky family. And Princess is an attestament to the positive effects that the exercises we do has on them. Come on, pretty. Now I think she's getting tired. Well, if she comes around the wheel, she's ready for more. That's how I gauge her. Come on, pretty. Come on, good girl.
Done really well.
She's done really well. There she comes again. So I'm just coaxing her along these last few yards or whatever it's going to be. Come on, good girl. Part of that is her confidence level too, what she thinks she can do. And if you can take her mind off of what she's doing, you can actually get her to go further. And that's the name of the game, get these guys exercise. Come on, pretty. Okay, good girl. Oh, good girl. I'm going to put her up, Jimmy. So, I'll give you a more accurate mileage reading. I'm going to look at my glimpse. Hear that, Jim? I hear.
Siren.
No, not a siren. Talking on a PA system, like at a stadium.
Oh. Maybe I see some lights up here. Looks like a stadium. See the lights?
Yeah, that might be what it is. So what I do with Princess now, I'm going to put her up in her bed. This is specially made for what we do, and it's got a special harness attachment system. So I take her off just like that. Now, if you remember, I showed you, her harness has a handle, so I can hoist her up high. Girl. Put her right in there. Good girl. She's ready to ride. Good girl. She did really good. She's amazing. So now, once I get her latched in here, hi, good girl. Can I have this strap? Good girl. Make sure she's seated in there. So I'm connecting this 3-point system to her harness to make sure, good girl, make sure she's securely fastened. And now we can pick up the pace a little bit. Okay, good boys. And good girl. Tell me when you're ready, Jimmy. Okay, folks. Now you're going to take a ride. So we were just averaging a walking pace with her. Now we're averaging like a trot pace. We'll be averaging. You can see how she rides and enjoys her time. It's all about each husky getting the activity that's right for them. To not overdo it, but give them a challenge. Look how clear that water is, Jim. Beautiful. Yeah, there is a stadium there, Jim. We're on the Henson Creek Trail. Again, Temple Hills, Maryland. Princess did better than 4 miles, and that's how deep we are into the trail right now. Of a scheduled, I believe, 5.8 miles, which would mean we have about 1.8 miles left until we reach the end. If we can make it to the end, I believe some of it's washed out, so we're not sure what we're going to find, but if you know me, I've got my team with me, and we'll be able to reroute our ending point to end in another area if we need to backtrack or whatever. I usually like to travel just one direction on most trails because they're all new scents and sights and sounds for the dogs. They don't smell themselves that they've been there before, so it keeps them more motivated and encouraged. Yeah, it might be a track or something, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty big. More of a track, Jim. Maybe just a park? They're pretty big lights, though. So I know people say, well, why do you do this with Princess still? Well, just because she's old doesn't mean she can't get some exercise, and it's actually instrumental for her health. What's this? Does this say anything, this marker? No, I guess not. Might be what he said, but I don't know, Jim. We might make it through that. So we're a little heavier with Princess in the bed. Actually, I think we could make it through. What do you think?
Well, I think we might have to take Zorro off and let the other 2 dogs run on the low end.
Okay.
And I think we can probably make it.
Do you think,
I don't know if we'll make it with Zorro in there unless they get way down low. I don't know.
They will.
You don't want to spike the trunk like that, though.
Okay. Come on. Chase. Whoa. Best bet's for you to get out, first of all, because I got her in the back.
You want to take him off? Take him
Yep.
with me.
Take him with the big leash.
Yep.
Okay, so this is an interesting area. This was washed out. The gentleman that told us. No, go forward. Okay, you want to go behind?
Yep.
Okay. You can tell me how I'm doing.
Okay. Stay up close to the fence as much as you can.
He's going to want to go watch him.
Stay up close to the fence. I got him.
How do I look?
Great.
Now, right here's a little... I'm
Time, buddy.
going to get off of this. Come on, guys. Can I run over? I could run over this. Come on, Chase. Chase. Come on, Chase. Chase.
Pretty tough, Joey.
What's that?
Pretty tough.
Whoa, this bike's
Everything's good. Keep going.
Come on, Chase.
Keep going.
Chase.
You want to push?
Nope. I don't. I did. It was stuck. Come on, Chase. Good boys. Watch him getting too close to Jag.
He's fine.
Boys. Wolf driving, folks. Come on, Chase.
All right, we going for a walk.
Chase.
Just like
Good boy.
that.
I think I'm good.
He's a horse. He wants
Oh, yeah.
easy, easy.
He wants to get
I know he does.
back to his pack and his position.
You just have to hang on for a minute so Jim gets this fixed.
Good job, guys. That guy didn't think we'd make it through that, Jim. You told me.
We're got it. We got it.
Tell me when you're in.
Let's go, bud.
Hike. So, just wide enough for us to make it. Taking Zorro off, as you saw. Worked out well. Look at that booth up there, Jim.
I don't look for anything. There you are.
It might be a horse track.
Maybe it's a test track. Oh, it looks like it is sometime. Huh. I don't know which one it would be. That looks like a watering thing. Huh. Hey, this is a trotter. Maybe it's a trotter track.
Not Laurel, right? We're not near Laurel.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. And the good thing is we don't have to double back. We can keep going. Everybody's happy. Princess was happy. Somebody once commented, I think it was on our last run, that Princess is keeping the boys, keeping watch over the boys, keeping them in line. And that's what she does. She stays up there and you can see her bounce from one side to the other. Good boys and good girl. So we got everything we could out of Princess, and that's why I was coaxing her along towards the end and really just, every few steps, slowing up, putting the speed on, whatever, to keep her engaged and to just make sure she got all the energy out of her she can. Extremely healthy what we're doing, and as you see, it gets the dogs excited. And it puts miles on them what they need. They are a working breed. I know I've said that before, but that's the Husky. Hi. Come on, guys. So, some people down by the river. It's a really cool area. I think that was a family, Jim.
Yeah.
Now, Princess can actually curl up in that bed or that seat if she prefers to. She usually doesn't, but I've seen her where she's been pretty spent, and she does. She got a lot of bathroom breaks today, Jim.
Yeah, well, so far. We'll let her down again before we head out.
Uh-huh.
Give her a little while out of the truck.
Oh, I watched her today. She got them in. We're cognizant of it because we ride for a while in the truck, and because she sometimes will tire out quicker than she does today, she might not get all her bathroom breaks in, and I don't want her to have to hold it in the truck. So it's just a little bird chase. So that's why I'm always measuring everybody, seeing what they do. Now, traditionally, sled dogs will go to the bathroom as they go, because it's hard to stop a team of 20 plus dogs for each one to go to the bathroom. So they learn to do it while they go. There's nothing wrong with that. Jag pretty much does that. My dog Jag, the one in the rear that's not in the seat. But sometimes he'll stop, and I'll stop if I feel any kind of tug that he needs to take a bathroom break. But sometimes he'll just do it while we're going. What a great day.
Beautiful, man. What are you up there?
Just beautiful. This trail does have some hills. They're gentle, but they're cool for the dogs to engage. It does. I like it. Boy, they've got so much erosion here, and pretty amazing. Yeah, man. My girl's enjoying the ride in the back. Something rubbing?
Yeah, if you give me a minute, I can probably fix it.
Do we need to? Should we?
No, it ain't hurting anything. It's just the power rubbing that fluid. I don't know why that fluid is. Let's take down fluid.
Sometimes just the way the bike's leaning. Lay of the land that we're on. Couldn't ask for a nicer day, folks. It's just absolutely spectacular. It's spring-like in the sense that it's cool, but you can tell by the sun and by the warmth of the sun that it's spring, but it's still kind of cool. Maybe in the low 50s. Decent for the dogs. Still plenty warm for them. Decent for us, I should say. The humans. Sometimes to my right, there's a stream you're looking at now. Depending on the circumstances and the lay of the land, I'll ride into that sometimes and let the dogs just run up a stream on the bike, because that'll keep their pads, again, help them cool. If you're just tuning in, you're looking at Zorro. I am the WooFDriver. We're on the Henson Creek Trail in relatively the Temple Hills, Maryland area. That's Chase. He's an all-white husky. He's got brown eyes. I know you can't see them. Behind him is his partner in crime. That's Jag. Jag's an all-white husky with blue eyes. These guys are each roughly 9 to 10 years old. Behind them, well, you're getting another view of Chase and Zorro, my lead dogs. As we come around, you'll get a view of, I don't know if you'll get Princess on here or not. You'll get a view of the trail right now. And the two boys pulling. Let's see where the camera dips. Okay, Jagster. And I'm hoping you're going to get, that's Princess in the back. You can see her bobbing her head. Sometimes she'll look to the left and then to the right and make sure all her boys are in proper position. That's Jimmy, my co-pilot, and you're getting a look at my head right here. My big head, as my wife would say. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't think we crossed this bridge, Jim.
Yeah, we did the other one.
But look at it. What is? Oh, is it? Bike rider, buddy. To a house?
Just to development, probably.
G over? Howdy.
Few more people.
Yep, thank you, buddy. Howdy, howdy. Hi there. All over. All over. Cool, other people are using the trail, enjoying the nice weather. And when the trail has a nice shoulder lane on it, like right there, and it's pretty level, this bike does great on there, and that makes it so nobody has to even think about passing us. You can easily do it. This place is full of bridges, and look at this one, Jim. Look at the moon's out, bud. It's been relatively quiet on for a Sunday on a trail that's kind of in a populated area and a really well-maintained trail. There's Crispy. I love it, don't you?
Yeah, I like
Crispy's our tour coordinator. I know I mentioned it before, in case you didn't know. And he drops us off at one end of the trail, monitors us throughout the ride, and he'll pick us up wherever I want to be picked up at, usually on a small trail like this at the other end of the trail. But of course, if we would break down or we want to decide we're going to do extra miles and turn around and repeat some of our tracks, we'll do that too. If you haven't seen us in the beginning, we parked in a precarious place to kind of get on the trail because it was just a better place to start, even though access was limited. So we had to be cautious how we loaded the dogs on the bike and setting up, etc. Pretty interesting. Shows you some of the depth of what we do. If you haven't watched it from the beginning, go back and see it. It's pretty cool. And I'm always offering information about how I do this, why I do this, and about the state of the dog. So it's helpful to most. I think this goes to the left, Jim.
I think it goes straight across.
Nope.
Oh, you're right.
You want to check that with him, but you want to... I don't think he sees us. We don't have our walkie-talkies today. Going under a cool, well, a bridge, but going under it's kind of cool. Gives you a different perspective when you see it from the camera. Hopefully you're going to get that perspective. Neat little trail. So when we come to parking lots and areas where people go, we have to be really careful about broken glass. That's why they were screaming.
Hi.
Paul? Oh, they're going too fast. Yeah. We don't usually, when the dogs are in a stride like this, they don't like to stop. I know they wanted to say hi to them. Of course, at the beginning of the trail or the end of the trail when we stop, or if we stop along the trail to water them, we welcome everybody. They're super friendly. You might have seen us a couple weeks ago. We were on the Baltimore-Annapolis Trail, and we passed an elementary school that had just left out, and all the kids were oohing and I see, thank you, oohing and gooing over the dogs, and the dogs were just fantastic with them. Thanks, buddy. I see. She doesn't see us yet, does she? So she's. Yep. Now my dogs haven't seen the dog ahead, but if they do, I'll let them pull. I'll lay off them. There they go. Now they see it. Now they're in full. We're fully dog powered right now. And that's what I mean. This bike, well, I call it the dog powered go-kart. It can be dog driven. So, now I'm letting them do that to burn up some of their energy and also to slow us down, but actually it isn't working too well because they're running fast as can be, relatively speaking. Now we're going to get to a little hill here. It'll slow them down naturally. I just wanted. Yep, they're slowing down because they're.
There's a bigger dog coming at you on the other side. Not coming at you, walking away from you. There's 2 dogs in a row.
Okay.
I don't know where this one is.
Probably off to the right.
Right in front of you, see?
Yep.
See?
Yep.
And there's a big one down there. See the other one?
Yep.
You just have to. Good job, bro. Thank you.
Thanks very much. No, but I can go on the grass here.
I'm not quite sure. It looks like a recent dog thing. I'm not quite sure if it is or not. It's carrying one in the right hand, but it may be hooked up.
If you figure it out, let me know.
Yeah, I don't know for sure. I see it carrying a leash in the right hand, but I don't know if he's hooked up or not.
Yeah, I think he is. Dogs are fully pulling.
Drive out into the field.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, bud.
And carry past it on the right.
I'm gonna go way out in the field. G over. G over.
Let's don't run into too much mud. Hello.
Bernie's mountain dog. I see him. How I look so far. Thank you very much. Come on, guys. Would you stay out here in the field? Come on, Zara. Well, you wouldn't come to a trail where they have dogs where you're afraid of them. Not wanting them in your face is one thing. Come on, guys. See how good this bike does on the grass? Yeah, they're amped up because they're all hopped up because of the dogs and animal sense. Howdy! Get them some exercise. People get a kick out of Princess riding in the back in her special seat because you don't usually see that, and of course they don't know she's a senior and is just enjoying her retirement there. They just think it's a free ride. So we're moving at a pretty good clip, folks. We probably have covered 2 miles in the past 15-20 minutes. And it took us about 2 hours to do it with Princess, about 4 miles. Just to give you an idea of the normal speed we go. Pretty sure it is, bud. This is the other end of the trail. I don't know. Does the trail keep going, buddy?
Keep going, I guess.
Yeah, Crispy can get us.
Might stop up there at the top of the hill and then let go across the street.
Oh, yeah.
You want me to walk up there and take a look?
Yeah,
Here goes 53. 0.1 miles to Temple Hill.
oh, it does go to Temple Hills.
It just says 0.1. It ain't far.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
You want me to walk up there or not?
Nah, I think I'll go to the right.
Okay.
Ready? Come on, guys. Hike. I'm gonna give them some water because they. Whoop.
It's changed, Bruce. That's what's wrong.
Oh, you better get off, Jim. Yeah.
That change wheel needs to be tightened up.
Okay, bud. I'm gonna get up there so I'm out of the woman's way with the dog.
Broke here, Billy.
Was it?
Billy plate?
Yep.
I don't know what that is, but we gotta find out what that is.
All right. Am I clear?
Yeah, go
Behind me and everything?
Go ahead.
Okay. Come on, guys. Whoop. It's not it might be broke now. Might. Ready? No, we're off.
Hold on. Hold on. It looks like it's still on, dude.
Let's pull them out here because this woman's going to be coming up. See? It's not working. Nope. Okay, good boys. He's right there. Chris. It's off? Okay, buddy. Good boy. Good girl. Yep.
Can you hold this up like this?
Yep.
See that? Just
Yep.
you can get your hands dirty.
Go for it, bud.
Just pull what you got, man.
Okay, bud. Got a chain off, folks. We're at the end of the trail anyway, but
Almost got it, baby. I know. Okay, Luca. All right, you're back in business.
chain pop. The chain's loose, Chris.
I'll stay on.
Chain popped. It's loose, and it popped,
Another problem. Tube broke on the other
and the tube broke on the other side. The red tube. Stay, guys.
It's ready to run now. Holy shit.
What is that?
That's what holds the suspension together.
Really?
Yeah. It's aluminum. We haven't hit anything.
No.
Were you on a hard?
Nope. Nothing.
Nothing. I just noticed it broke clean. Huh? But it broke clean. Yep. I don't know how it did that. I don't know either. I might have noticed it when we put it on.
What happens with it not
We
working?
haven't hit nothing. We haven't done anything to break it. Not like that.
That's the sound I bet you I've been hearing up front, though. What happens if it's broken?
Oh, that's what holds the.
Can you
The
weld it back?
axle
Can you
to-
weld it back together?
Yeah, that's fine. A piece of solid aluminum.
Weld it over top?
Yeah.
Hey,
It holds the axle to the bike.
let's water them here, Jim.
That's what holds the axle to the bike.
So is it in jeopardy of coming off?
No, still got. The chain just came off. I just put the chain back probably. Why?
Let me put her down. Oh, here comes little dog. That'll be
Which
fine.
side, the right side or the left side?
The drive chain on the right side goes to the motor. Came off.
Stay, guys. Good boy, Jag. Good boys.
It just happened. We were doing good till then.
Jag, that the dog don't want to talk to you. Okay.
Richard.
I'm going to put her down. So, folks, we just got a little bit left to get to the truck. I mean, literally a few yards, but 20 yards or so. But the chain came off, but we easily fixed that. But we also had another issue with the bike. Something will need to be welded. Again, these bikes are very temperamental, and we put them through a lot. From the dogs pulling on them to all the different terrains we take them to. Even though they're made for it, they're works of art. They're one of a kind, and all the engineering is not perfected. Girl. So, really proud of the Wolfpack here. They did great. We're not going to run it the other way. We did. What was our total mileage, Chris? You think? 5, about 6 miles, and Princess did about 4+ of those miles. Yeah. Yeah, we went around the track too. A woman said, "Oh, I didn't know you wanted to go that way." She told us how to go. So, depending on conditions, sometimes I might put Jag or Princess or both in the truck, and then take the guys another 3 or 4 miles. I can knock 3 or 4 miles out in an hour, but no need to do that. And with the conditions right now, it's a little warm out, and we had a full day. We'll probably have a bunch of activities this week. Do too much with them, if you will, with Jag and Chase, even though, sorry, Jason's already, there's no such thing as too much with them, but you know what I'm saying. So you're shocked that broke it, Crispy?
It's odd.
What was strange is we didn't hit anything.
Yeah.
It's just going on over uneven surfaces. It's not one thing.
Right.
It's multiple.
The culmination of it.
And just found the weak spot.
Yep.
But they could have used a little thicker wall too. I'll tell you.
Yep. Well, remember, it's what it is. Did you order them twice, Jim?
I didn't
Okay.
her because
She was too interested in that dog.
somewhere else.
Yep. Mhm. Did you see the live? I'm still on live. Did you see any of the broadcast, Chris?
Yeah, I don't ever get any
That's,
notification.
huh.
And I didn't even think about it. I told the girl I was talking to that she could catch the live stream.
Oh, yeah.
But
Look, she's thirsty.
did you ever approve me the
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But it's not on that channel.
what channels it
Only the WooFDriver. WooFDriver, the main one. That's just a group.
I've never seen anything like that, Chris.
doing it through Facebook?
Yeah. Yeah, I get notifications.
I've never seen anything just snap like that.
You never see a lot of things when you're dealing with WooFDriver.
Makes the cake, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got that one bottom link. And one top link.
They all get 2 drinks, Jim? Cool. Oh, excuse us, Chase. Yeah. But the trail stops up there, doesn't it? We did the whole trail, so that's good. Here we go.
Take it easy, bud.
Okay.
Let them still out.
G over. G over. Now, I like putting Princess down for the last little bit. Even though she did a lot, she gets rejuvenated. She knows we're going to the truck. And if she's got any more bathroom breaks to do, this is a good time for her to get them in, and she knows that. And she feels like she finished the whole trail with the guys. Is this like a pull down there? Okay. So, come on. Come on, Zara. So I'm gonna pull down here. Remember, everything, the bike's long, the truck's long, so we have to find the best way to meet the two together to load up now. Come on. You can see Princess, just that little rest. She's pretty rejuvenated. I'm going at a good speed here. And she's back in the game, but she knows that it's almost over anyway. How awesome is this? Great place to end. Good day we had. G over. G over. Hall, come around. Hall. Oop. That didn't sound good. The bike. Good boys. You think so? Good boys. Okay, so we stopped there. We've got roughly 6 miles. Okay. Yep. Come on, guys. Easy. Easy. Good boys and good girls. Let's get them out of the sun. Boys and good girl. Now, what Jim will do is he'll put water in their bowls in the truck, and then we'll load the dogs in. Princess goes in first, and usually Zara and Chase, and then Jag. Everything went well. Got some mechanical issues with the bike, but that's a ongoing thing. Just these bikes are temperamental, as I say, because of what they do, their condition, and what they're made to do. And again, it's not an exact science, the build of them. So as we find out better ways to alter or modify it, we will address them. Thanks, Chris. Good deal. I was really surprised. Princess did like 4 miles. Yeah, she was. I mean, we were going her pace, but it was perfect. Boys. Did you take the cameras off, Chris? How come you were out of the truck? Good move, buddy. Thank you. So I hope you enjoyed this broadcast. I'm going to keep you with me until the dogs are loaded up, just to more tidbits information. If anyone's watching to do training with their dogs or similar stuff, again, you don't need this whole elaborate setup. Almost any bike will do. I have run 4 dogs on a regular bike with a springer on each side. A springer is the attachment to the bike that tethers the dog to it. So, by the way, Jim will clean Princess's. That's her bowl, because she'll put her paws in her bowl. She's very smart. That's I was talking about that earlier today. That's how they cool themselves. They sweat through their pads, and it's just instinctual for her. She's the only dog I've ever had that does that instinctually without me putting their paw in the water. She knows to do that. So pretty cool. But again, if you're just watching because you want to pick up some tidbits of information to run your dogs, it doesn't have to be Huskies that do this kind of stuff. It can be almost any breed, especially the way I'm running them with the springer on the side of a bike, because they don't actually have to pull. They can run or trot along with it. It's a great way to get them exercise, because all dogs need exercise, but most dogs need a little more than us humans are capable of doing. I know people are saying speak for yourself, but at least in the capacity that I do it. And because of a busy lifestyle that lots of us live, instead of taking a whole day, I can do that now. But when I started doing this, I didn't have that luxury. Kind of semi-retired now, so I'm able to take the time the whole day and spend it with them to get the mileage in. But those that can't, we can run just a few miles, do less mileage at a faster pace, or more challenging terrain, up hills, etc. So there's all kinds of ways to exercise your dog, even with a busy lifestyle, and through a bike or through different technologies, there's ways to do it now without having to have lots of countryside.
She's good.
She's- I'll wait till you're done so you can hold the bike. The bike is kind of on a break, but I usually, even though I'm a few steps from it, I usually won't leave it unattended with the dogs for almost any reason. So Jim's putting the last little bit of water in. I'll wait till he can stay with the bike. The dogs' windows are down. We have fans in there. And again, their bowls are getting filled with water in there because it'll take us a few hours to get home from our location here. We're roughly an hour, hour and a half from home by the time we stop. We'll refuel and all that good stuff. And the dogs will be in the truck. So someone's always with them at all times. Chris usually out in the truck no matter what we do, or I'll stay with them. Chris and Jim need to use the bathroom, etc. That's WooFDriving. So we have a backup bike in case this bike would totally go down when we first started, or we need a change in the middle of a trail. It takes a little while to do it, but we're all good. You'll stay with the bike, Jim?
Sure.
Okay, so right now what I'm going to do is her bowl is back, and I'm going to put Princess up in the truck. She's very alert and looking good. That run agreed with her perfectly. See the handle, if you can see me on the camera now, I have a handle to help. Come on, good girl. Guide her up the steps. Come on, good girl. Come on. I've talked about it before. This pillow blocks the crevice so she can't get too fresh with the boys as they come up the seat. She likes to grab them sometimes, let her know it's her truck. Okay, Zara's next. Remember, I'm using a specialized carabiner that's got a really cool magnetic clip. Come on, good boy. Come on, good boy. Zara's ready to get in his truck. Good boy. And then I goes Chase. Hi, good. Chase goes in, just like this. Good boy, Chase. They're watching the people on the baseball diamond playing softball. See, Chase is getting another drink. And last but not least, the Jagster. Okay, Jag, hang on, good boy. Hang on, not yet. Hang on, good boy. Okay, Jag, it's okay. Drop. Oops. He's pretty animated when he goes in there. Good boy. Chris? Wood here, bud. Now what I'm going to do is actually take their harnesses off. I'm going to push the phone in. Hi, good boy. You're the best. You are the best. Good boy. So I take off the harness from Jag. And the dogs are really interested by the people in the field over there. They see the movement of it. Hi, good boy, Chase. And hi, good boy. Hi, good boy. Chase's harness comes off. Princess will leave her harness on. Hi, good boy. Hi, good boy. You're a good boy, Chase. Always lots of praise. And last but not least, Sorrow. So I know, well, actually I can bring the camera with me. I'm sorry. Apologize, folks. No. I'm going to bring the camera with me. Sorry if you're getting a weird view. I'm just on the tear down, we call it. I'll keep you with me. So, got one more harness to take off, and that's on Zorro. Hi, Z-Man. You can see, if you can see Princess, she's wide awake, ready for some more fun. She thinks she is. Hey, Zorro, you're a good boy. Good boy, Zorro. Good boy, Zorro. Zorro is part Malamute. Malamute's got big heads. Getting that harness over his head. Okay, Jaggy. Jaggy's just letting Jimmy know that he's in the house. I'm going to take the harnesses. Now, everything's got to be strategically put away here because, as you can see, with all this equipment and dog handling, things can get lost easily. So, there's boxes. These are road boxes, road cases that help us keep everything separated, or at least put in a compartment that where we know where it is if we need it again. I'll keep you with me, folks, if you have any interest. Something I call Woof Tech, and that's my technology that helps me do everything I do. Right there, batteries go into special boxes we made for them. These batteries are expensive, and we don't want to lose them or have any issues with them. So we put them in boxes that are padded to protect them. They're lithium. You've probably heard about their high-tech batteries. They same kind, a smaller version that they run cars with, lithium batteries. Not, well, electric cars, I should say. Regular cars use the lead acids. So I'm taking these little cameras off now, which are called Google Clips, in case anybody's interested. They kind of take pictures when they recognize a face or a good scene. They're intelligent cameras. Kind of good for this, because you never know when the dog's gonna do something cool. Taking each one off carefully. And what I do is put it again in one of the road cases. It gives us the ability to have it available for the next run. You'll notice if you see, if it's able to get in the camera view, each one of these cameras has what we call a dynamite stick. It's just a USB battery charger that keeps them charged for the whole trip. And if you've never used USB batteries, people use them sometimes to charge their phones, cameras, whatever. They're really wonderful, and there's all different powers of them. We use them to power a whole infrared light system for when we're out on the trail at night. Nope, you're good, Jim. So just looking at the way this clip's put together. Again, those of you that are interested, I use a lot of mounts, specialized mounts, usually by a company called Manfrotto. It's professional grade, and they make it possible, as you can have the best cameras in the world, but if you don't have ways to mount them for different situations, then it kind of defeats the purpose, because we want to be able to use them to take spectacular video and photos, but we need clever and creative ways to do that. And there's other brands out there, but I feel like Manfrotto has the best selection and by far the best made stuff that I've used. And I've used a lot of brands. So, unhooking my connections, taking off the mount, if you will, and all the cameras are put away. all the Google clips. Close this down. One thing done. There you go, Jimmy. You need that, bud? You need to get in there? You good?
I'm looking for the headlight bulb.
Ooh, that's a good question.
But probably under Chris's. Probably.
Oh, yeah, he used it, I think. So these are the arms. Now, these arms are not actually Manfrotto, but they are. Manfrotto doesn't make an arm like this. That's why I'm cheating on Manfrotto, if anyone ever asks. But they are Manfrotto clips. These clips they're like $40 each, but you wouldn't believe how powerful they are and how handy they come in. So you get the situations where you just don't, you wouldn't believe. This clip won't fit, that clip won't fit. You got to carry an array of clips to make sure we have the right size. Now, I'll show you what they call a Manfrotto super clamp. I know I'm getting off topic here a little bit with the dogs, but this is a super clamp. Hey, Jim, can you hand me that clamp, bud? Thank you very much. And I'm going to take this. Got everything. And these are called Manfrotto super clamps. And these will fit most diameter stuff, poles and even shelves. But, excuse me, Jim, right behind me, bud. What are you looking for?
I don't know.
Just go into here, and small arms go into here. Finally, the last piece of my camera equipment for the day is right here, and I have to turn it off. This is the machine that runs the camera that's able to do the aerial views that you're getting and circling the bike. So, sorry, I've got to possibly go out of view. Seeing these are great, so I'm able to stop that like that. Now what happens is, and I'll show you this in one sec, I'm taking it off the pole that it's mounted to, and it's right there. It's quite a setup, and it really, I think, does a lot for the broadcast, because it enables everybody to watch the dogs, the scenery, and us almost simultaneously. Pretty cool. So I've got to mount. This mount goes in the main box. This is all almost ready to be put away, but not quite. We have to do this in some kind of order. And because I set this all up, I know where it goes, but the guys don't. They're learning. I change it up a fair amount because I'm always trying new camera setups and new rigs, as we like to say. So it always becomes an interesting collaboration. Whoops. And that's why these cases are pretty tough. You can drop them. You can go back in one of my videos. I ran over one of them once by accident with the ATV, which is pretty heavy. ATV's over 1,000 pounds because that's battery operated as well. And it survived it, no problem. The equipment survived it, and so did what was in it. So that's miraculous, but that's what they're built to do. They're built for really cars to be able to run over them. So all my equipment's here again. When I get home, it'll all get charged, stuff that wasn't charged, and it'll all be back in place for next trip. Now, next trip we might broadcast or do something a little different. That's the fun of this and the creativity that I enjoy. Most importantly, though, are these guys. Hi, Jaggy. They're why I do this. But I mean, I want to video it all because it's an experience that I may never do again. It's just it's a lifestyle. Always check on Princess. So he looks good. Let's birthday, guys. Sorry, waking up the Z-Man. Right when we're done. Good girl. Right when we're done. Good girl, good boys. Right when we're done and they just settle down, I'll check on them just to make sure everybody looks good. This kind of weather, they're not going to overheat, but just want to make sure they're functioning well.
You want to show the bird?
Really? Wow. Ashley liked to see that, wouldn't he?
It's a wishbone.
It's part of what holds the suspension on the bike. And again, this stuff's all custom fabricated and made, so to get that fixed, we have to go to a shop. Luckily, Chris is versed in welding and knows enough about it that he will be able to guide the welder. Tell him what we need. There's the dog barking. Hey. Easy, guys. Let's get some dog activity across the way. That dog sensed in, though. My guys are safe where they're at, but I always like to keep an eye on everything as we pack up, tear down. Good boys. Easy, good boys. They won't readily jump out.
Hey,
What's that?
we were just talking about the sheep.
Hey, did you put all the short arms in there?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. So let me get to this case now. And put the rest of the poles away. Believe it or not, these poles are very specialized. They are Manfrotto. Well, they're actually made to work with Manfrotto equipment, but they're all custom fabricated. Not for me. Luckily, I was able to find these through my contacts, but because they're expensive to do runs of. All the batteries we carry with us for camera equipment go into here, and cords as well. So that brings us to the end of the show, folks. It's been a great day, great run. Once again, I'm WooFDriver. Hope you enjoyed the show. We've been broadcasting right now for 3 hours and 7 minutes. We're on the trail for roughly 2.5 hours. This is WooFDriver. I'm signing off. Hope to see you again on one of my upcoming live events. If you haven't already, please subscribe to me and ask any questions, comments, concerns, or just shout outs that you might have, and I will get back to you. Have a great day, folks. Thanks so much.